is this thing going nuts?
All right, what is going on, guys? It is the Friday show. We got fucking Johnny White Trash in the fucking house, along with fucking Cobra Stang 75.
What's up?
We should have fucking Young J 2525 and fucking Sean Master P, aka Wiggy Smalls, fucking here at some point. I don't know what's going on, but he did have his lovely surgery. I know he posted one video so far, and we'll see how the rest of that shit goes. I keep bugging him to fucking post every day. I was like, fuck, dude, you bought that $500 fucking GoPro. Might as well put it to fucking good use. God damn, dude.
I was watching Duck Dynasty. You got the perfect way to mount it now. We get an army helmet with an arm out so that it's like a foot away from your face.
Yep.
I saw that, and is it bad that the first thing I thought is, why didn't I think of that?
Dude, the funny thing is, like, when you have those cameras, like, right in front of your face, and you move your head too fucking quickly, it really looks strange because, like, your head stays still, but you watch the person's body twist.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is
that? Well, I recorded a vlog with that Call of Duty Ghost camera I got there, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the only way I could mount it in my truck was to mount it to the steering wheel.
Oh, jeez.
Yo, man, it's crazy. And I had to record it upside down and then flip the video over, and, like, I can't even watch that video.
Dude, it always cracks me up when you watch people do their vlogs, it's on the cell phone, in their car, on the fucking dashboard.
Yeah.
You know, by the speedometer. And I'm like, really? Like, and you see them staring at it, and then they look like they're not even looking at the road the whole time. They're like, so this is what we're doing. I'm like, dude, aren't you fucking driving?
You know, most of the ones I see, they're parked.
Yeah, well, some of them are, but they're like Tater. Tater was a fucking prime example of, I don't know how many fucking times he'd be doing a vlog, and he's driving the whole time, and he seemed like, but he's not looking at the viewfinder the whole time. Yeah. Now, certain people are driving, like Ytail, looking at the fucking camera numerous fucking times, and I'm like, oh, God. Like, I understand Fig, he'll do his, like, parked in his car, and that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I understand that. That's fine, but it's always funny when you watch that one person that is, you know they're driving because you're watching the fucking hands, fucking, the car's moving back and forth, you can hear the fucking...
Oh, God.
Traffic.
I stalled my truck during mine. I've stalled my truck a total of like 4 times since I've had it, because I don't know what's wrong with it, but something like I gotta push the gas in way more than I'm supposed to keep it going. But whatever. It was an $800 truck. What do you expect, right?
Can't beat that.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm stalling it, and I think this next thing I say is, I'm gonna edit this out. But I was still sick. I didn't feel like editing, so I just uploaded it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. Every now and then you get a real good view of my beer gut, because the way my truck is, it doesn't have tilt steering or anything like that. Holy shit!
Wow,
whatever I was saying is no longer important. How are you, Sean?
I'm a fucking losing weight motherfucker is what I am.
Fuck yeah.
You can actually see it in your face, dude. Not gonna fucking lie.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
can see that your face thinned out a little bit there, buddy. So how's it going?
Good. I'm just I'm having my sirloin extra rare and bloody.
Yum. So I finally.
You can't even drink pop now, can you?
No.
No. Yeah, fizzle.
But let me tell you something. My new catchphrase, and this is the one that's going to be stick with me for a while, is DTAF. Don't trust a fart.
Yes.
Holy fuck, man. Let me tell you something. My wife thought I shit the bed the other night. She had to get up. She was gagging. She's like,
Well, that's
so
what
Brett, man, you're right there, brother.
Yep.
Man.
Oh hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. We'll fucking drink to that.
Yeah. No, that surgery. My wife had it. It's the same thing. Like that's one of the things it does to you.
Dude, I'll tell you what. You fucking have chemotherapy, and you definitely don't trust a fart. Because you don't know what's coming out at that point. You're like, well, it feels like it could be a fart, but I'm going to go sit on the toilet just in case because I know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
It might be a fart, and 10 seconds after that might be a round of buckshot coming out.
Right.
So what you're saying is chemo's like a really bad hangover.
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm the same way when I'm really hungover.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Well, it's funny because with me, like, I don't really get the diarrhea aspect of it because they're like, oh, just a heads up, it may cause diarrhea. Make sure you. I made the lovely mistake of taking a fucking Imodium AD the first fucking time.
Oh dear.
And when I did that, it backed me up for 3 days, and then I shit a fucking nugget.
Yeah,
which is
I
not
had
fun.
2 little McNuggets 2 days afterwards, and ever since then, you know, because all I have is like 60 grams of protein a day, and the rest is water or popsicles. I can eat a whole fucking box of popsicles if I want to. But yeah, when I go shit, there's no substance to it. There's more toilet paper in the shitter than there is actual shit. But yeah, I'm also.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
I
how
told my
long
wife,
till you can
I told her, I
drink?
said, it's not a rumor. I do have cheekbones. Check that shit out. And by the way, look, I actually have eyes now. Woo!
just wait. Now, here's the funny thing. Now, give it about 3 months when Wiggy can finally see the bottom side of his nutsack, and he's like, I didn't need a mirror for it anymore.
Yeah. I told the wife, I'm like, look, I'm going to finally have the same view you have. She goes, what are you talking about? I was like, of my cock.
I think the funniest thing was when I dropped the 70 pounds from chemo. I was standing there one day, and I looked down and was like, wow. My wife was like, what? I'm like, so that's how big my balls are. She just goes, what do you mean? I'm like, stomach was always hanging over that shit. Never really got to look at it. I'm kind of admiring him now. I was like, always had to look at him in the mirror. And she goes, oh my. I was like, what? I lost some weight.
Yep. Yeah, I got on the scale this morning, and I'm a few pounds shy of almost 30 pounds.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice,
In a
dude.
Already?
fucking- In
Oh,
a
wow.
fucking week. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, man.
Dude, I'll tell you what, Wiggy, you know, it's great. Like, it's really nice to be able to, like, it sounds fucked up. I went through it, and of course I was going through it with chemo,
Right?
you know? But, like, once I looked back at it, I'm like, dude, you know, I was like, holy fuck. Instead of going out and buying a new belt, I just keep punching notches in my fucking leather belt with a fucking ice pick. Because now my belt almost literally wraps, like, it goes around my waist once, and then it's all the way halfway across my body now. I'm like, dude, I was a fat fucker. Like, I threw on a pair of pants today. I don't wear pants, but I had to run out to fucking 7-Eleven and get something. And, of course, I had to fucking rock on the fucking 50cc scooter, and it's like, you know, 32 degrees out with a fucking 20-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to throw pants on. Dude, I looked like Jared from fucking Subway. Like, I had the pants out, and I'm like, I was one fat motherfucker. I'm like, God damn, dude,
I was wondering why it was fucking showing Kimberly in the window. I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't want to
was-
say anything, but I'm like,
She was signed in on her YouTube when I clicked on it. I'm like, what the fuck is that all about?
I was sitting there going, I'm like, I thought his name was Sean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
was funny.
Shawnita.
Zip Zappity Zoom was like, check it out, Kimberly is in the hangout last night.
Oh dear.
That sucks, Zippy. He said he shit his pants at football practice once, and the coaches extended practice, so he had shit in my pants for 4 hours.
Oh no! See, that's where I would have said. I would have went, Coach, I need a moment. What do you need a moment for? To go wipe my ass. I just shit my pants. How about that?
Dude,
Yeah, they're like, Coach, tell you what, I'm going to go do this. You kicked me off the team, worth it.
dude, when we did Pop Warner footballs, when they did all the weighing and shit like that, where you had to get weighed in before the games and shit, you had to weigh like X amount of pounds, and the whole offensive lineman and defensive lineman, we would fucking do the Slim Fast diet, which is a bad idea. But you do the shake in the morning, the shake at night, and then you fucking, you know, end up eating a normal meal. Well, that stuff rips through your system so fucking bad. You have like the worst, you know, diarrhea known to fucking man. And of course, like you said, don't trust a fart. And I remember our center dude, the one time it ripped ass, and the quarterback is like, dude, did you shit yourself? And he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I farted like 9 plays ago. And he's like, I swear to Christ, the back of my hand smells like shit.
Oh my God!
And he's
See,
like,
it had to be Fumble Rooski the rest of the game because I'm not touching his fucking ass.
so after that, the quarterback literally grabbed the towel and draped it down butt crack. So when he went underneath, the towel was on the back of his head.
Oh.
He was like, dude, yeah. The first time, dude, he came up and he's like, Blue 40.
Oh my god.
I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
this is
somebody
great.
said, did the stream stop?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay.
It froze up on my fucking shit. What the fuck?
Man, I tell you what, this broth with protein in it, I swear, this cup, as soon as I get through drinking it, I'm so fucking full, I would have thought I ate it at all-you-can-eat buffet. It's weird.
All right, let's see. I don't know if the stream stopped or not. It didn't stop
I
on
don't know.
my
It's
end.
showing me an ad.
Yeah, it's showing me an ad right now. I just refreshed the page on it, though.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's still there.
All right, cool.
You can see me giving the finger. See how long that takes.
All right, there we go. Yeah, it's back to fucking normalcy, I guess.
Alright.
All right, cool. Yeah,
I still don't see it.
Shit, I drank too fast.
yeah, it just froze up on us, I think. I don't know. Wow, the fucking time's going really fucking quick on this
Thanks,
shit.
Obama.
I blame Obama.
Did I do that right? I'm Canadian, so I don't know if I got the timing of the thanks Obama right.
Yeah, yes, you
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. It's either thanks Obama or it was the Illuminati.
did. It was the Illuminati.
Yeah, either one.
I blame Obamacare.
Yeah.
One thing I can say is yesterday he came out and said that, he goes, marijuana is the same thing as alcohol. I went, amen, brother.
Yep. Well, you know, did you hear about the NFL, dude? Which Roger Goodell actually said he's thinking about actually agreeing to.
Yeah, what they're going to have to do is get in cahoots with the NHL because they're about 5 years ahead of them on the
Yeah.
studies.
Well,
Once
no,
they do that, they'll
but
be
you
good.
heard what they're going to do though.
What?
In states where marijuana is legal, Roger Goodell for the fucking NFL said he's going to allow the players to actually use that as a pain management system.
Oh.
So if Peyton Manning ends up hurting his neck in the Super Bowl, he can fire up a bowl after the Super Bowl, and they'll be like, okay, pain management.
Yep, I'm gonna say picks or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. But you know why they're doing that? Because well,
But you got to geotag the pick to make sure that it's legal.
yeah. No shit. But the decent thing about that is, though, if you think about it, I mean, it's less fucking narcotics the guys are putting into their system and everything else.
Hey, Wiggy.
Yo.
My wife said you were looking good.
Why, thank you.
I don't know how weird was going to take my text earlier. I was like, I fucking woke up early, and I'm like, or I didn't even wake. No, I got 3 hours of fucking sleep.
Yeah,
I'm
Oh,
still-
God, I'm not that kind of girl.
Yeah, and then Cobra says that's the first and last time you can say that about some other man.
wait till I get down to about 170. I'm going to be swatting the bitches away. Just
Throwing his dick over his shoulder
Well,
like basketball.
But you see, that
It
goes both
depends
ways.
on how you lose, though, right?
Well, but see, that goes both ways. Because Kimberly was about to have the surgery on the 10th, and I told her, I said, "Look, you understand that you have to work from home now, right? You understand that?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Because I will kill a motherfucker. I will kill a motherfucker."
I will cut a bitch.
Oh, God. Yeah,
Well, no,
so
and it depends on how you lose too. Like if you go all like excess skin stuff,
Oh yeah,
you can't go outside without a shirt because you might fly away in the wind.
that's true. See, that's the thing with the bypass is where that really happens because there's a lot of malnutrition involved with the bypass. With the
Yeah.
sleeve, all my stuff is the same. I digest everything the same, so it's going to be, while it's a enhanced loss, it's still a gradual loss.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
see, here's the thing that you still will run the risk of actually having the extra skin because
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm going to because I've been fat for so long.
yeah, well, one of the guys that I knew, my buddy, his nickname, ironically enough, well, I went to a school with a kid named Frank the Tank, and of course grew up with a kid named Frank the Tank, two completely different people. The one that I grew up with, he was 675 pounds when he started losing weight. He did it, dude. He flat out quit his job. He saved up enough money to take off of work for a year, quit his job, started dieting, like did the extreme fucking weight loss fucking bullshit, dude. Like
Right.
he all he did was work out fucking cut everything out of his diet, went to like a vegetable diet, and was still getting all the fucking protein and everything else he was supposed to through the weight, through the shakes and shit. He's now 255 pounds for being like 6'8". He looks like a normal fucking person, but he lost 200 pounds his first year.
Yep.
And had to get the fucking surgery done.
Yeah.
To remove all the excess skin. Because the one day he's like, dude, it's bad. I'm like, what? He's like, I didn't realize my arms were that fat. And I'm like, yeah, dude. And like he picked up his arm and he started shaking it and had like the turkey neck thing going.
Oh yeah, the bat wings.
And his stomach, like when you ever see Click with Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Remember how he lost all that weight and he's fucking flabbing his fucking stomach around? He's like, it looks like a tongue. That's what his stomach was, dude. He's like, it's nasty. He goes, I can't take my shirt off. He's like, yeah, I look slim as fuck. And he was weighing in at like 300 pounds at that point. And he's like, dude, I've lost all this weight, but he's like, I'm not getting it. Well, finally went to see his doctor, and his doctor's like, look, we're going to have to do surgery. And he's like, for what? He's like, we got to cut all that excess skin off.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. When he got it done, dude, he lost 50 more pounds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Skin weighs a lot.
He was like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I crack jokes. I'm like, did they fucking give you like, a fucking boob job? Like, a fucking a boob lift? And he's like, pretty much, dude. He's like, I had fucking saggy man tits, man.
Hey,
he's
telling you,
he's like,
this is 5 days. I'm already down from a C to a B. I'm rocking.
There you go.
And he cracked the joke. He's like, honestly, I think they just cut my nipples off, fucking cut the skin, sewed it together, and sewed the nipple back on. I was like,
that's what they do. That's how they do the other one. That I can't say because my daughter's in the room.
Got to see my 2-inch hernia picture.
No, what?
Y'all didn't see my pictures I sent out earlier?
No, dude, I haven't been on. All right, first of all, let me explain this. As of 2 days ago, I started watching fucking Breaking Bad because I've never seen the show. I fucking stayed away from it. I stayed away from it because the whole cancer thing I like to watch something that it's weird. All right, when I watch a show or TV or a movie or anything, I don't want to have to think about this constant thing that I have going on with my body called cancer. So I didn't really want to watch it because I'm like, wow, it's kind of like a constant, like, hey, dude's got fucking cancer. I don't want to constantly be reminded about it. So finally I was like, fuck it. I've got nothing else on Netflix that seems interesting, so I'm going to start watching it. Yeah. Thanks to that, my awesome fucking chemo, fucking insomnia. I'm now on halfway through season 3.
So are you making meth yet?
No, but they have tentacles.
I had a buddy. He watched the movie Blow with Johnny Depp.
Good movie, by the way.
Yeah, it was a great movie. And at the end of it, he looks at me, and because he was already selling joints at school, right? Mm-hmm. Buy a quarter, roll joints, make profit, right? He watched it. He's like, dude, we got to start selling crack. I said, no, you missed the point. Watch it again. And we sat down and watched it again. I'm like, do you still want to sell drugs? He's like, oh, kinda.
Kinda.
By the way, Dookie said hi.
Hello.
What up, Dookie?
I'm going to have to bail here in just a few minutes because apparently we've got movie tickets that I was unaware of. But I shall hopefully.
Date night.
Yeah.
There you go. What movie are you going to see?
I don't know. I have to find that out. Considering the past 2 movies, by the way, Wolf of Wall Street is fucking amazing. It is hilarious.
That I can agree to. I dug it.
Kimberly's going to be sitting beside him with a big old bowl of popcorn going, don't you wish you could eat this?
No. Actually, when I went to go see it, they had popcorn, and apparently they poured all that fake butter on the top of it, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
That's why I asked for real butter when I go to the theater.
Hold on, so fucking Freedom Fries goes, just pound that extra skin out to make it like thin like foreskin, and boom, horse cock surgery.
Yes. Oh god. So
Tez is in her Backsmasher. Did you forget someone?
All right, boys.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right.
Later.
We'll see,
All right, man. Well, he said he'd make an appearance. He never said, yeah, I'll be on. If you want some fucking...
So, my wife comes downstairs the other day, and she says, why do you have a whole box of tissues on your desk?
Uh-oh.
And then she says, what's with this horse mask? And I realized that I had pushed some of the YouTube jokes so far that I'm at the point where I can't explain it. Turn around and play your game. Yeah, she's on the other side of the TV. I didn't know she was there still. No, I gave you the headset. Put the headset on and play your game. I bought you that real expensive Rocksmith. Play that.
That's a good fucking game, actually.
Yeah, play it till your fingers bleed.
No.
It's the only way you get good.
And then play it some more.
And then play it some more.
And then keep playing it.
Yeah. You can still play it, though, right? It's not just sitting there collecting dust.
Nope.
I'll delete Minecraft, damn it.
I know.
Well, no, when I got the one, she inherited the 360.
Ah, nice.
And then I got her Rocksmith for Christmas, and she plays it. She's doing good, you know. But then I told her Minecraft's on there.
Yeah. Dude, that's like telling my kid, he wanted for Christmas, he wanted to get Minecraft. And, you know, I already had it on my shit because I did a license transfer, and I'm like, dude, you've got Minecraft on your Xbox. I do? I'm like, yeah, it's been there for like 6 months now. It has? I'm like, do you not look at the games that are on your hard drive? He goes, no. I'm like, maybe you should. He's like, oh. I'm like, dumbass.
Yeah. Oh, God. No, I find the next generation, watching them play video games, is so much different than it was like when, like, my first real console was an old Atari with the joystick with a button on top and a button here, and you know, the two games I remember are Pole Position 2 and Jungle Hunt.
Yes.
And then there was Circus, which you use the paddles to move the diving board back and forth and hit the little dude up to hit the lights, you know? I think the first time my family caught me swearing was either Mario or Dr. Mario. Like when I upgrade, like, you know, and then you watch them and they're playing Minecraft in creative mode, and it's like, you kids don't even know how good you have it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the next, when I get the Xbox One, the one thing I actually want to get is Project Spark.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Now, that one is where you can build your own world. It's pretty much like a 3D version of Minecraft.
Okay.
But you can actually share it with, like, you can share your world with someone else and combine the two worlds together. There's a whole bunch of shit that you can fucking do with it.
That'd
I'm
be
like,
cool.
dude, yeah, next time you're on YouTube and shit, go look up Project Spark. It's fucking badass, dude.
Well, I don't know about you, but the one disappointment I see in the Xbox One right now is there's no fucking games for it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Well,
if
that's
I
the fucking
get
games
sick
that
of Call of Duty, I can, like, I'm not a Battlefield guy, but I mean, like, even the Battlefield guys, it's like I can switch back and forth between Battlefield and Call of Duty because what the hell else are you going to play?
Forza.
Yeah. And trust me, I've thought about it. I thought, you know, on the Arcade Alcoholics channel, Drunk Drivers Against Mad Mothers would be awesome. But, like, yeah, I don't know. I hope they come out with some more games soon. Like, well, I guess we're hitting that season. Like, I know Titanfall's coming.
Titanfall is going to be absolutely epically amazing.
Oh, yeah.
From what I've
Yeah. I think it's going to be the one where I stop raging. Because, well, I mean, you think about it. My problem with Call of Duty is not the game itself. It's, you know, what is this, the 10th game of it? And everybody learned that the way to play, if you care about KD or stats or anything like that, is you sit in a corner and you pick people off.
Camp.
The funny thing I find is nobody camps with a sniper rifle. They camp with assault rifles. When you give somebody a sniper rifle, they run around and they rush and they quick scope and they blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I still have fun playing it, but you know what I mean.
See,
It's the people that wreck it for me. It's not the game itself.
you know what? I think the thing that wrecked it for me was actually the game. It was actually the game itself this time. Just the bullshit that I was running into with Ghosts. I had connection issues for some strange reason. It wouldn't connect to the fucking lobbies. Mm-hmm. Right off the bat, it's like, you know, and I'm sitting there and it's like, you know, temporarily the servers are down. Well, I'm talking in a party chat, and everybody is playing the fucking game, and we're all on the fucking East Coast.
We were running into that problem when we tried to pick up Pico and Fries at the same time. I forget who. I think it was me, Wooly, and it could either be Pico or Fries. It couldn't be both. But Fries changed some NAT setting, and I think it should work now. But like, and that was on the 1. Because, like, let's face it, this game is getting no 360 love at all.
Mm-mm.
I played it on the 360, and then I switched over to the 1, and it's like a brand new game.
Now that's the thing. I've played it on the 3. Like, I had it for the 360,
Yeah.
and I played it on the 1, and it is night and fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the bullshit shenanigans, and I've got the 360, I was like, dude, I'm done with this game. I can't fucking touch it.
I think the part of the reason that I'm mad at the people is because that's the main problem now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's connection's not the issue. I mean, you still lag out a little bit every now and then. Like, it does happen,
Mm-hmm.
but it's nowhere near as prevalent. You know, I mean, IEDs. Fuck, dude. I'm so sick of running over those fucking things.
My biggest issue is I hate fucking. It is the fucking community that did start to destroy.
Yeah.
You know, certain things like where you sit there and you camp in a fucking corner, or you run into one of the buildings and you literally throw an IED at the front entrance and an IED at the fucking back entrance, and then you tuck yourself back into a corner and you've got a fucking LMG that's fucking suppressed with a fucking baby finder on it, and it's like,
well, what's the earthquake map? Tremor?
Tremor, yeah, dude.
There's that one area where you can climb up the ladder or go up the stairs, and there's a window.
Yeah.
Well, I came in and I went to go up the stairs, got nailed by an IED. That's okay. I spawned right there. I know he's there, so I'm going to go up the ladder. Hit his other IED.
Yep.
Then I run up there again the third time, and he's not there. So I don't know if he was ever there or...
Dude, I'm telling you, like, it was between
And
that...
spawning into an IED. Like,
yeah.
dude.
I think the fucked up thing is, if you play Blitz, or not Blitz, Crank.
Blitz was fun when it first came out.
Crank.
Crank is another one that used to be fun.
Now, when I was playing with Cranked, we knew all the spawn points.
Mm-hmm.
So you could spawn trap a certain person the whole fucking time.
Yep.
And it got so old, and you're like, are you kidding me? You're literally spawning in, and there's an IED at your fucking feet.
Well, you know how that game's supposed to be a Russian game.
Mm-hmm.
And sure as shit, like I saw an Only Use Me Blade video, and I can't remember who else, but I saw a few videos where they say, this game's only going to last so long, and then somebody's going to figure out that if they stop and stand still, everybody will come to them.
Mm-hmm.
I played Crank the other night, 4 different lobbies. And that's what it was. This was actually camping snipers, which is rare in Call of Duty because, you know, everybody's going for their quick scopes. But you know the other thing I think Call of Duty did wrong, and I think this is why they lost a lot of love? They moved the kill feed.
Yeah.
And now the montage makers are all doing multi-COD because nobody looks up there to see your quad feed.
Mm-hmm.
Or your triple, or your whatever, right?
No,
I think
not just that, dude. They made the fucking hitboxes smaller as well.
Yeah.
And they gave you more damage. So like when they start screwing with the dynamics of the game, because everybody bitched in Black Ops 2 that it was taking a full fucking clip to kill somebody.
Yeah.
So then instead, now it's like 3 bullets, whether it's your fucking big toe that gets shot 4 times or 3 times, you're done. And if it's the MSBS, it's a guaranteed kill with the one burst.
I watched the Drifter video.
Mm-hmm.
It says to me the AK-12 up to like 30 meters is a 2-hit kill.
Yep.
Unless I'm shooting it.
That's nuts.
You know what I mean? I will watch.
Unless
I
you're
will
the one
see
shooting
3 or
it,
4 hit markers, and I die.
Dude, I'll tell you what. At one point, I ended up rocking the AK-12 in that game, and this was like a week before I sold it. Yeah. And I went positive every single game, and it was like a straight-up rape machine. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I saw it in Battlefield, too. It carries over.
Well, Battlefield, the AK-12 is pretty solid. The second I went to the MP7, though, that is, like, the MP7 and the MTAR are the 2 it's instant fucking rape. I mean, it's literally like 3 shots and they're fucking like if you hit them in the right place.
I mean, before I started playing on console, I played it on my roommate's PC just to get a feel for it.
Mhm.
The MP7 was the only gun I could use that could get consistent kills.
Yeah, the bitch about the MTAR is at a distance it sucks. So like at 100 meters you're not gonna fucking hit anybody. You can aim it all you want and the bullets fucking hit the ground, no matter how high you're fucking hitting. The MP7, dude, you can do the same fucking thing, and you're fucking pegging them every fucking time you're getting hit markers with it, which is, you know, I absolutely fucking love it. And then when you go playing on fucking Operation fucking Locker, which is just, it's a small close quarters fucking map. I love that map with the MP7. And I'm a dick.
That's meant for the MP7.
As far as game deficiencies go,
Mhm.
because like I say, most of my problem is the people, but as far as picking on the actual game, the one thing I gotta say is the maps suck. I mean, they're too big.
Some of them, yeah.
Like, I mean, like,
You talking
every
about
game
Ghosts?
that's come out has had, right out of launch, at least 2 or 3 or even 4, like, you know, like Modern Warfare 3 had Dome, had, what were the other ones?
Oh god.
But you know what I mean? They had
Arcade was
tight
kinda
maps
small.
too.
Yeah, there was always the smaller style maps, and
Yeah,
then all
you
of a
know,
sudden
there
Ghosts comes
was
out.
Yeah,
Nuketown. There was Ghost has Strike Zone.
Ford was known for the smaller maps, but I guess
Yeah.
people, you know, said they were too small.
Well, that was
So
the
they
thing.
tried.
Well, what you think about it, when they came out with Ghosts, they had intentions of it being the fucking 9v9, not the 6v6.
Yeah,
So
which they never put on 360.
yeah, which they never
That's
put on.
not the biggest fuck you to 360 players. I don't know what is. Sorry
They were-
for interrupting.
But they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make it this way. Okay, so they do that, and these maps are massive for 360 players.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense. Like the fucking what the fuck is that? The fucking castle one in fucking England.
Oh, Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Oh, God, yeah.
I don't remember
I've
what it's
seen
really
that.
called.
I've seen
I call it
video of that.
Stonehenge.
But it's like
Stonehaven.
Stonehaven.
Oh,
But
I
it's-
played a free-for-all on Stonehaven, and I'm like, dude, I'm out. I made it 2 minutes, and I never saw anybody. I got sniped 6 times, and that's it. If I will never play that map on free-for-all again,
Dude,
ever.
That map is, I mean, if you're a solid sniper, and we're not talking quickscoper, that
Mhm.
map is a fucking sniper's wet dream.
Yeah.
Because you can sit there, I mean, because, dude, I sat there and did it the one game. I literally stayed in one spot and was picking kids off left and right.
Yep.
And I went fucking 32-5, and everybody's like, what the fuck were you doing? I'm like, using a sniper rifle. And they're like, were you running and gunning? I'm like, fuck no, dude, I stayed in one spot. And they're like, oh god. I'm like, sorry, I used my Battlefield fucking mentality. And they're like, oh god. I'm like, yeah, camped in one spot and took everybody the fuck out from a distance. And they're like, you're a dick. I'm like, sorry, but you give me a massive map, and I fucking stayed in the fucking castle, and all I had to do was start picking people off left and right. There we go. Like, what's so wrong about that?
I'm just reading Dookie's comment here, and it
I'm
really...
baffled by it. COD.
it-
I'm trying to figure out how Ghost is the best Call of Duty since World at War.
Oh, no, I'm down a couple.
All right.
I'll read it here.
Okay.
COD 4 was full of campers with M16s, and when you had rushers, it was 3 times frags with Sonic Boom. Black Ops had the FAMAS and the AK-74, and that was the beginning of the bad hit detection. And it's like, Ghost is where Call of Duty was always heading.
Yeah.
It was always heading to be a camper game because, and it's the engine they use. Like, you know, like it's an old Quake 3 engine. Like
Yeah.
it's designed to be like that's what it's always going to be. You will do better standing still
Mm-hmm.
than you will rushing.
See,
Now, do I blame the game? No, not really in a way, but
I blame the community.
yeah,
That too.
I blame T. Martin.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, I blame, like, honestly.
It's a really weird irony, though. If you know, for a Quake 3 engine, you do better standing still because Quake 3 Arena is all about movement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But here's what cracks me up though. Like, COD 4, I loved COD 4. I loved COD 4,
Same.
and I loved fucking Modern Warfare 2. I don't care about the one-man army, commando, yada, yada, yada. I still loved it for the sheer fact that I didn't rock that bullshit. and I could still go positive all the fucking time. I had a fucking blast with it. And even if they did rock fucking one-man army, I'd be a dick and rock it back as well and pull the same bullshit with them. That never bothered me.
That was my one rule for using it.
Yeah,
Well,
that never bothered me. My issue was fucking Black Ops 2, where it's connection. Once they started doing, like, you know, World at War was a phenomenal game. Fucking loved it. But once they started doing this fucking peer-to-peer bullshit with the fucking, you know, God damn it, I'm drawing a blank. Fucking lag compensation. Once they introduced lag compensation is when they went downhill. And I know they fucking introduced it in fucking Black Ops. And it just steadily, progressively got worse and worse. And then Black Ops 2, when I can sit there and throw a fucking tomahawk and it goes through you.
Oh,
At that point, I'm like,
one
all right.
clip I wish I still had, because it would just be like after I released that video, I'd never have to do a Call of Duty video again, was when I think it was Nuketown, and I went into theater mode because they still had it then. And you know what? I have no problem with there not being theater mode, because I think that's why Ghosts run better than the 3 that had.
Well, it's because it was the fucked up camera angles, that's why.
Yeah. But anyway, I watched it go through the dude, right through his chest, hit the fence, bounce back, and somehow it killed him on the way back. I'm like sitting there going, like, it's like bank shot. I'm like, no. It wasn't a bank shot. Like, it was, like, it just blew my mind. And somehow I deleted the clip, and but my mind was just blown. I'm like, how the fuck?
You know, also what always cracked me up? People bitch about, like, the bad hit detection in, like, COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 and even Modern Warfare 3. And I'm like, have you not played Black Ops or Black Ops 2? The fucking Infinity Ward's hit detection sucked. It was terrible. It was so quiet. It'd be like, dum, 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 dum. That's all you heard. But then all of a sudden you start playing you go into fucking Modern Warfare 3 and you literally lay a clip into that person and you hear each fucking shot hit.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I'm always rocking the Turtle Beaches or the fucking, you know, I'm rocking some sort of headphones and I can hear everything crystal fucking clear.
Yeah.
But that's the thing I've always noticed, like Black Ops, dude. Or Black Ops 2, like that hit detection was so quiet it wasn't even funny.
Oh,
like
the problem I have with Black Ops 2
it's a little louder for me because I played Black Ops 2 this afternoon. But I use a lot of silencers, so the hit detection stands out a bit more.
Yes, it does with the silencers.
Yeah. So it lets me know, I'll yell at my friends, oh, he's 2-shot, he's hurt. I know how many times I hit him, go get him. And I've, it sounds like devil's advocate, but like to be quite honest, I've always had worse performance hit detection wise in Infinity Ward games over Treyarch games.
See, and it's really weird. Like I've always been the opposite, and I think it's to everybody's preference as well.
And it seems like the general opinion is that Infinity Ward gets the hit detection better.
Yeah,
but Treyarch has like the more fun game.
Yeah,
without much more of the
my biggest complaint about Ghosts, above everything else, no all or nothing, no gun game, no sharpshooter, no party game, whatever you want to call it.
I'm
right?
sure that's going to get put in eventually.
Eventually, but like,
yeah,
for some reason, my funnest time.
Like, why they didn't come out with it on launch is
makes no
ridiculous.
sense. And then they start adding these games in like halfway through.
Well, all I want is that free for all, where we all have the same class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like all or nothing.
Like all or nothing, like sharpshooter, like gun game to an extent, but like that's what I like. Those are the funnest ones for me.
Yep.
And so when it comes on and it's just like, well, it doesn't have that at all. Like the closest it had was Hunted, but I liked Hunted. Hunted was fun, but nobody plays it anymore.
Fuck that game.
It used to be fun, but we all knew what was going to happen there.
Yep.
Eventually, you would have all 6 of them camping their flag.
Yep. It's like capture the flag, dude. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah. And, well, I think capture the flag was slightly different was because, like, when you made it and you captured the flag and you left, if you made it, now all of a sudden they got to come chase you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean,
But now
I actually
they can still camp their base even if you get in.
I played one game of Blitz, and this was the last game I played, where 3 of them camped their flag, and the other 3 made it to our side of the map and camped our flag.
Yeah, we would do that a lot when we ran with a crew on Blitz. We always did that.
Well, I mean, like, because all I do is I throw on my fastest knifing class, and I am there to get flags. That's all I'm doing.
That's how my setup was.
You know, like I had two setups when I played that. Something with a gun to shoot, or just fastest class I had. Like, that was the whole point of it. But it became more about bob and weave than it did.
It becomes more, how can I put it? It becomes more tactical is what it is. I think maybe because of how I play on Battlefield when I want to take out tanks, it kind of helped out a lot. Because we would sit there and instantly, my whole main objective was just get into the fucking scoring zone. So I would camp my ass off in their fucking spawn the whole time.
Yeah.
And just wait for somebody to go zipping by it and fucking run in. And that's all I fucking did when we fucking played. And everybody's like, dude, I don't get how you can sit there for, like, you know, a good 20 seconds, get it fucking running. I'm like, it's just like Battlefield. If I want to take a tank out, I'm not going to run directly at the fucking thing. You know? I'm like, you have to think. I was like, think smart, dude.
That's my problem.
See, my thing is, you know, dude, I've learned patience with fucking, like, the second I started using the recon class, because it had C4, that was the only reason why I used it. I hated fucking snipers. And then I learned that I could actually fucking fuck shit up with a sniper rifle.
Oh, God, I remember, because I had the Battlefield 4 beta or whatever it was, right? And I'm like, yeah, because I had been quick scoping for like 2 weeks on COD. So I'm like, I'm going to go try it on Battlefield. No so much.
You know what? You can still do it, but the only thing is you got to aim high no matter what every time. You got to make sure that you're aiming high.
I could tell that it's something that a guy could do if he practiced, but the beta only like I went to go hop because I don't get to play as often as I want to, right? I work between 40 to 60 hours a week, and I have a family, and I have, you know, that was the other thing. This is why I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but it's the ADHD, you know, whatever.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but oh shit, squirrel. Okay, come back to me.
All right, now see, here's the funny thing. Like, I guess if anything, with the quick scoping, you can ask Cope. I figured it out within like the first week.
Yeah.
Like between quick scoping and no scoping people, you can ask Cope. The one fucking game, it was for the win. It was absolutely hilarious, and I wish I was fucking recording, and I didn't. Dude, I blew a hole in the fucking wall, fucking ran through it, and went to C4 the fucking LAV, and the dude hops out, and at the last second, dude, I just fucking turned and fucking no-scoped him right in the fucking head. And of course I got the fucking lovely, what the fuck kind of fucking message, you fucking cheater. And I'm like, no, dude, your head was perfectly in the spot of where my reticle was going to be when I fucking no-scope. I'm like, believe me, I can no-scope like a fucking pro in that game, in close, you know, in close quarters. I choose not to do it because it's such a pain in the ass, and I'd rather rock a carbine if I can sit there and do that. But, you know, I mean, I don't know, I love Battlefield 4. I absolutely have fallen in love with this game. And once you start rocking a sniper rifle and you get the straight bolt, it's fucking over.
I don't know what it is that's keeping me from falling in love with it. I mean, the game's good. It's just something in the way, and I don't know what it is.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I grinded it. You know what it was? I grinded it out. Like, the first week, we had a lot of fucking issues. I mean, the first night, we couldn't get into Conquest games. It was only team deathmatch.
Yeah.
And you were dying in 2 shots. You were dead, no matter what, every fucking time.
Yeah, it was hardcore settings.
It was pretty much hardcore settings the first week, just like the beta. And I was like, what the fuck? And it got annoying, but I kept grinding it out. Then I went to Ghosts, and I came back, and I don't know what it was, but after playing Ghosts, my skill level got 10 times better, because I got so used to getting killed in Ghosts from 3 shots all the fucking time that I learned patience. I'm like, you know what? Instead of running directly at this fucking ass clown, I'll circle around, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. And it got to the point, dude, now where it's like, we have, first of all, between the fact of trying to set, you know, put an MRAP on fucking B spawn or B flag from A flag on fucking flood zone, or Siege of Shanghai putting it across the fucking water.
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned to have a lot more fun than I did in Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty pissed me off to the point where I was like, I'm going back to knifing, because at least like, dude, I was a knifer in fucking Modern Warfare 3. And I was like, all right, I'll go use a gun in Black Ops 2. And I think that lasted maybe 2 months. Once I hit Master Prestige, I was like, I fucking hate this shit. Going back to knifing.
See, I never did hit Master Prestige.
Neither have
I didn't have, well, every time I hit a Prestige, I'd tell myself I wouldn't Prestige, so I'd play for 2 or 3 weeks without prestiging, and like I said, the time thing. And this is why it's dumb that I decided to start off as a Call of Duty commentary channel, because I don't have the time to get commentary-worthy gameplays. Because, I mean, like, I don't have to be great. I don't have to be good. But I at least want to post mediocre.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's not mediocre or better, yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, I completely understand that shit. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
Got to make a phone call.
Anybody keeping track of who's winning the hockey pool? Fantasy league thing there?
No.
Unless this is a selfish promote to just say you are. I don't know.
Well, last time I checked, I was. And I wanted to hop back on it, but apparently I have to download a new app now.
Oh, yeah? Let's see.
Yahoo Fantasy Sports.
Let's see. I gotta go to League. Overview.
What pissed me off is for like the last 3 weeks I've had more.
You are still in first.
I had more wins than everybody else, but because I had more like the percentage wasn't up. I'm like, but I should be winning. I got Crosby. Actually, I think the thing that's worked out the best for me on that is I have like 6 members of the Sharks.
That'll help you.
Yeah.
I remember trying to get Steen, and he got stolen from me like earlier in the day because somebody else picked him up from waivers.
Oh god, another hockey pool I'm in, one of those box pools where you pick people from groups. Yeah, I had Stamkos. Yeah.
Ouch.
But on the plus side, I have Varlamov in ours. On the plus side, the charges were dropped.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm sitting there watching like, TSN, which is like our ESPN, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, Varlamov might be getting or go to jail for 2 years or get deported. I'm like, maybe I should trade him. But it doesn't really matter now because Colorado isn't doing as well as they were when they started.
I take it you would watch SportsCenter on TSN, right?
I usually actually watch the Sportsnet one, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you guys losing Jay and Dan up there.
Who did we lose?
Jay and Dan, the anchors for SportsCenter.
Where did they
TSN.
go?
They came to America.
Really?
Yeah, they do Fox Sports 1 now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they came like last year.
Yeah,
Oh.
speaking of reporting, will you
But they are so goddamn funny though.
Oh, yeah.
kindly take back Bieber?
No,
We're gonna ship
he
him
was
back
a
to you
nice.
in a cardboard box with
We
no
gotta
holes.
talk about this because I've been joking around with my wife for it since yesterday. When all of a sudden I'm sitting there going, like, I see all these tweets and I'm like,
I've
oh
seen it
fuck,
come across,
Bieber must
yeah.
have been arrested. But I'm sitting there going,
Yeah.
when he left Canada, he was a nice, sweet kid.
We changed him.
He goes down there and you guys fucked him up and turned him into Lindsay Lohan. And then the worst part is they're saying, oh, Justin Bieber might be arrested, or worse, deported back to Canada. Fuck no problem now.
Because he's not a full citizen yet. That's why.
Yeah.
Committing
seen,
violent crimes in America. They're saying they could deport him.
Yeah.
I've seen one tweet that said if we deport Justin Bieber back to Canada, they're going to ship us Rob Ford as retaliation.
No, we're
How is
keeping
that
Rob Ford. I
retaliation?
love him.
Well, that's
I
like the
do.
best fucking trade ever for America.
Rob Ford has said at one point said he's going to run for prime minister, and I will vote for him.
I will vote for him. I will gain
Yeah.
Canadian citizenship and vote for him.
Oh, the thing I love is like, Jon Stewart said it best when he had the one show where he's sitting there going like, Rob Ford was. I gotta watch what I say because my kid's here, but. Some of the things he was accused of, and he said in a press conference, I would never say that. I have enough to eat at home. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so
Well, one of
great.
you better say it out loud for the viewer who doesn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so that happens, and Jon Stewart says, somewhere
I've
Anthony
seen that-
Weiner is sitting in a dark basement going, what the fuck?
I see that video clip. I about died laughing. Oh,
Yeah.
God, that was
Oh,
so
dude.
funny.
Yeah, like, the thing I love about him is, like, have you done this?
Person of the year.
I may or
Yeah.
may not have done that when I was in a drunken stupor.
What was even funnier is the reporters are all standing around going, did he just say pussy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love when you can get away with Canadian TV.
Oh, dude, and that was the ultimate Canadian drop mic moment ever.
Yeah.
Like, if he never made the news again, that was it. You will never, in a million years,
you will
top.
never
That
go
is
out
better
on
than
a
Pierre
higher note.
Trudeau giving the Saskatchewan farmers the finger. Wait, you're not Canadian. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, the Prime Minister, which was our equivalent to a president.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, he goes to Saskatchewan where all the farmers are, and they're complaining that they need more government money, and the Prime Minister of Canada gives them the finger and walks away. And this was like in the late 70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the next guy who wants to be Prime Minister, first he wanted to decriminalize pot, now he wants to legalize it countrywide.
Mm-hmm.
Whole country, because
Yeah.
he's sitting there going, it's a $6 billion a year industry in British Columbia.
Have to go through,
Why are we not taxing the shit out of it?
Yeah.
It's gonna have to go through each province, or are they just gonna try to do it as a whole?
If he goes federal and makes a law, it doesn't matter what the provinces think. And I mean, I don't do the stuff. I'm too old. Like, I mean, I could build up a tolerance if I had to, but it's useless for me. But I just think there'd be a lot more mellow people, and that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because everybody in
As if
Canada's
Canada's
mad.
lacking mellow people.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're all mad.
Yeah, but you apologize for it afterwards.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not saying we're still polite, but
Yeah, that's a funny thing. You guys get
Fuck you.
angry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about that, eh?
I just
Yeah, sorry, eh?
there was a fucking ad in a newspaper today that I saw on Reddit. This is like a newspaper in the Toronto Sun or something. It was like, to the person in the roundabout that I went ahead of, you were right, I was wrong, I'm sorry. He took out a fucking newspaper ad to say, I'm sorry, I cut you off in traffic.
yep.
Dude, it just reminds me of How I Met Your
Canada.
Mother. there's one where it was How I Met Your Mother, and it was like people were getting Paul Schaefer was getting pissed off in an interview or some bullshit like that, and then he's flipping out that he's like, I'm sorry about that, eh? I'm just like,
I love the one where they've got Neil Patrick Harris and Robin, and he's in a Tim Hortons,
mm-hmm, yeah.
and that is what Tim Hortons is like.
Mm-hmm.
People, for some reason, go there, drink their shitty-ass coffee, and sit there and talk about it while they eat their bad donuts. I know, I'm a terrible Canadian who hates Tim Hortons, but come on, it's not good at all.
Dude, it's funny. Actually, Tim Hortons down here isn't that bad. We have one in Tampa, which is
I've never been to one.
I mean, well, see,
Well, your standards are lower, so they probably put cocaine in it still.
probably. Well, I'm so used to fucking Dunkin' Donuts, and I can't stand Dunkin' Donuts, dude.
Yeah.
Their donuts fucking suck.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ, what is going on there, Kilb?
with someone's
Aaron,
breaking into his
can't be-
house and stealing his boxes.
No, it's called Aaron is.
No worse, somebody's breaking in and stacking his boxes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Someone's
I'm
breaking in.
cleaning.
Somebody's breaking in, and instead of taking things out, they're putting stuff in. And then they're gonna call like the
What?
fucking reality
What did
TV.
you say?
I got a
Nothing.
house for hoarders for you.
That's actually didn't say anything.
They're taking Cobra out like in a straight jacket. I do not have a problem.
Tony, the boxes aren't mine.
Oh, God, I gotta tell you, the worst reality series to ever come out was Hoarders, and I'll tell you why.
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
It makes my family think, on both sides, it makes my family think, well, I'm not as bad as them, I don't have a problem.
You know, I swear to God, I need to get royalties from that fucking show.
I can see a
I am
wall
not a
behind you, you're
hoarder.
good.
Huh?
I am not a hoarder.
No. We're talking about the TV show.
I know. I'm not a hoarder.
No, we're
I think the-
take out the
I think the funny thing is,
Put the D on you.
my buddy Walt, dude, him and his wife are fucking hoarders, and they should have been on the fucking show. Like he's still got like taxes and paperwork from like 1982.
Holy crap!
I'm like,
Wow.
dude, I'm like, for what purposes do you have this? Well, you're
Their
supposed to.
paperwork is as
Nostalgia.
old as me.
I'm like, dude, there's no need for it. You can get rid of it after fucking 7 years.
Yeah.
I was like, recycle that shit, motherfucker. And dude, just like everything, like his wife.
I
like,
want to feel young again.
Yeah, like his wife wouldn't fucking get rid of shit. I mean, they kept everything. And the funny thing was, she was a how can I put it? They made good money, but she liked to fucking spend just as much as he fucking made it.
Oh, yeah.
And he had to hide the fucking Avon books or the fucking Mary Kay books from her. Because the one day I fucking come over, and he's like, I'm gonna kill this bitch. And I'm like, what's the matter? And he goes, I see the Avon catalog sitting there. I'm like, okay. He's like, so I figured, I guess somebody just put it on the door. He's like, I'm about to throw it out. And then I turn to my left, and there's $900 worth of fucking Avon fucking supplies. I was like, what? And he's like, on top of that, I went into the basement, dude. They had totes upon totes of fucking Avon bullshit.
I got to interrupt with a side note. Dookie, it's colder where Cobra is than it is where I am.
Yeah,
Just pointing it out.
And where's Cobra at again?
Michigan.
I'm in Michigan.
Oh.
Michigan is the state that we like, hey, we're going to move to the States because it's warm. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's toasty right here right now. It is 15 degrees out. Nice and warm.
Got to do my math. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm with you. It's like minus 10.
Yeah. It's not that bad because I'll go out in a fucking t-shirt in this weather. I don't care. It's not that bad.
Oh, dude, it hit plus 10 here, which is like, I think about 50.
50 degrees is comfy, dude. That's
Oh,
lovely.
dude, I'm just sitting there like, I almost turned the air conditioning on in my bus today. It was hot.
Right now here, Johnny, it's -7 Celsius.
Oh, that's not too bad.
19 Fahrenheit.
19.
Yeah, that's
So
not
it's
too
like -8, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Man, you guys. That's a warm Canadian winter day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now we're at like a balmy 38 degrees. And for Florida standards, it's cold. For me, it's comfy.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah.
It's a heat wave.
Well, see, the thing is, though, I've been sitting outside like all fucking day. The only time I've gone inside is to get something to drink, to go to the bathroom, and to get something to eat, and that's it. And my wife's like, why are you sitting out back in the freezing cold? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's really not that cold. I was like, my fucking fingers are starting to go numb. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's probably because I was in a t-shirt the whole time. I was like,
Oh, man, that's barbecue weather right there you got.
dude, you know what?
Yeah.
Like 38 degrees, though, like down here, people freak out about it. They really do.
People freak out whenever either like the sun goes away or it's like below 45, 50.
Yeah.
In Florida, honestly, the second it hits below 40, they're like, oh my god, it's cold. And I'm like, no.
Oh, there was one day I forget where I saw it, but they had like this montage of people from California talking about freezing temperatures,
Gonna need
and
time.
it made it down to the 50s. And so, I pull out my little Google calculator. I'm strong with the Google foo. I start doing the math on that, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, I mean, anything above 32, I'm golden, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I melt when it, like, oh, how hot does it get here? We'll go minus 40 to plus 40 in a year. I think plus 40 is 105.
I got the converter right here. 40 is 104.
104. Yeah, so I mean, like 104, 105, it's hot out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, us
I
fat,
think
hairy
we only hit
Canadians, we're not built for that weather. But I will take that over minus 40 any day.
Now, here's the funny thing. It doesn't even get 105 here in Florida. Like, the hottest in the summer, dude, it gets to, like, 98 degrees. It doesn't go over 100 degrees here. But the bitch about it is, it's the fucking humidity that is, like, ripped through the fucking roof.
Oh, God.
So it'll be 98 degrees, and then you go outside with 100% humidity. And
Oh,
you're
man.
you're like, oh, it's like a fucking hot, sweaty armpit. You literally just got out of the shower, and you're like, I think I need to get back in the shower.
Yeah.
Oh, today I learned minus 40 is equal to minus 40.
Yep, minus 40 is where it equals out.
Like,
So
it's,
when I see that it's minus 70 Fahrenheit, I don't know what that means.
that means it's fucking cold.
I mean, once it gets below minus 40, it's fucking cold. Like,
If
It's minus 56 for you.
oh.
it's colder
I've
than a
been in
witch's
that.
tit out at that point.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
terrible. At one point, I phoned my boss because I was snowed in, right? I'm like, I can't get out. This was a few years ago, right? I'm like, I can't come to work today. I cannot get off of my street. Well, that was dumb because, I mean, at the time, I was driving a car, right? So he just came over in his Nissan Titan 4x4, picked me up, and I still had to fucking go to work. I mean, he was from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Like,
Oh,
even
shit.
kids there
Oh.
go,
So he was
Wow.
used to it.
The
Fucking
worst of the
cold.
worst.
yeah. There was a storm there, and they were told, like, literally, like, do not go outside. Like, it is that cold.
You will die.
Like, you will get frostbite in 2 minutes on unexposed skin. They were delivering drywall in that weather. Because that's what I used to do, was work at a drywall place where we delivered, right? And it was like, wow.
Ugh. Yeah.
There we go. Sorry about that. We've got like 20-mile-an-hour fucking winds, and the wind just changed direction. And I'm like, wow, that does not feel fucking good. I just got like pelted in the face with like whatever was sitting on my porch, like
No, I'm
dirt and
trying to
shit
do
like,
my
and
math.
sand.
Ugh.
20 mile an hour wind, that ain't much. That's only like 30 clicks.
Let's put it this way: when you have sand for a backyard,
Okay, yeah.
this whole state,
I'm with you there. We have a lot of dust.
like this whole state, there's no fucking dirt here. It's all sand.
Yeah.
So like when you get the fucking winds, and like in wintertime now, like, you know, grass just is not growing by a backyard. So if the fucking wind goes just right, which it just fucking did when it changed directions, I'm like, ow, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's awesome. You know, I don't care about the wind, but when I get hit with like sand in the eye, I'm like, all right, that's it. It's like riding the fucking motorcycle, which fucking sucks without having a face shield or a helmet or anything. And some asshole does like a fucking burnout in front of you and kicks all the fucking sand and debris bullshit right into your fucking face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's how it is down here sometimes. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh.
The funniest is like when it rains so fucking hard because all the fucking shit will fucking move across the roads, and you have these like little sand dunes in the middle of the fucking road. And then somebody hits it with their truck at like 60 miles an hour, and they're passing by you, and you just get this sheet of fucking. You're getting peppered with fucking sand. You're like, oh, that's
It's like the fucking mummy.
Yeah, dude. You're like,
Hey,
oh, god damn it.
I gotta ask you guys, based on locations,
Mm-hmm.
because apparently, if all you want is a truck that's jacked up 6, 8, or more inches on 37-inch or bigger tires, you're a fucking redneck. Do you guys have people who drive jacked up trucks where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
Yeah, see, it's not just a fucking redneck Alberta thing. I
No.
knew it.
It's a little rare though. Like, I mean, I saw one the other day. It was also because it was right as the storm was coming in. So by the time we got out of we leave work around like 2:00. By then, it was supposed to have started snowing around noon, and instead it decided to start snowing at like 8 a.m. So so instead of there being like 2 or 3 inches on the ground by the time we left, it was more like 5. So
Okay, yeah.
obviously because it's New York and Long Island, nobody knows how to fucking drive in snow. So we're all just crawling on the freeway. All of a sudden you see on the shoulder where like it's like riding the ditch comes a guy in a fucking 4x4 like pickup with he's raised off the ground on tires like that, and he just zooms down through the snow drifts.
Let's just put it.
It was no, but Johnny, the funniest part was when he came up to a sign and he couldn't go through the fucking sign.
Let's put it this way. When I was working at AutoZone, I had 16 customers that each truck tire was 6'2". It was from the top of the tire to the bottom of the tire. And the funniest was this one dude. I'm like, so how do you get in the truck? He's like, watch. He's like, you see that oh shit handle I have on the rocker panel? I'm like, yeah. Grabs that, puts his foot on the one fucking truck tread, and fucking like pushes himself off. Grabs the other oh shit handle on the fucking inside of the door. And he's like, all right, cool, and hops in. I'm like, and the other dude was like, check this shit out. I'm like, all right. Fucking pulls out a fucking ladder from his fucking rocker paddle. He's like, look, slide, clink. He's like, this is how I get in. I'm like,
Oh god.
I'm just wait for the guy who's like, okay, this is how I get in. He brings over like a trampoline.
I was really waiting for like the seat literally just to drop down from somebody's truck one of these times, and I'd be like, fuck it, I sit and hit the button.
Yeah.
Because in Florida,
Wall-E, man.
Yeah. Well, they had a thing here. It was for $5 you could ride in the back of a monster truck, eh? And it was pretty cool because that literally the guy goes under the truck and climbs in. I'm like, this is so cool because on TV you don't get to see it from that angle.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool when you get to see like how they get into the truck and shit.
Well, not just that, but like the thing I didn't know, like I didn't pick up on from watching. I know I don't watch monster trucks on a regular basis, but when I was a kid, it was the coolest thing ever. That was on Saturday morning before wrestling, and as long as Mom didn't catch me, I could watch both. But, like, I didn't realize that the rear tires steered as well as the front. I'm just, like, sitting there going, like, how do you drive this? Like, I want one!
Yeah,
Maybe it's because I'm 5'8". I don't know. And, like, the average height around here is, like, 6'2".
No.
Well, but yeah, like,
no,
go ahead.
I was going to say, my hometown is like a small farm town, and you get a lot of the guys that will jack their trucks up. Where I live now in the city, not so much the jacked up trucks. We got the low-income housing with people driving Cadillac Escalades.
Oh, dude. I was same thing. I grew up in low-income housing, right? I went back to my neighborhood just to drive through. Mercedes-Benz parked out front. Now, my town probably only has a dozen Mercedes-Benz in it, like newer ones. I mean, like you see not everybody, but there's a bunch of like 80s style Mercedes driving around, and they, that's kind of classy. You got some style there, but you're driving through low-income housing, and it's like, why do you have a Mercedes? But the best. I had a drop off in the trailer park. The shittiest trailer park we have in town, like the lowest lot rent, the most dilapidated trailers. This trailer is like barely standing. You can actually see the roof caving in from the outside. Okay. And the Corvette out front couldn't have been any older than 2 years.
Wow.
And you're just like sitting there, and it's just like, wow, either your priorities are wrong or you are a drug dealer.
Dude,
I'm gonna go see all the above.
yeah,
exactly.
we had some really weird
Profit.
shit like that up north, which was always amusing. Like the beat up single wide that looks like it's been there since like 1962.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden the dude's rocking like, the fucking, what was it? The one time it was the Chrysler 300, but it's got the fucking it's got like the 24s on it, fucking,
Oh, God.
the fucking chameleon paint job, which is a fucking $5,000 paint job right off the fucking bat, and it's all decked the fuck out, done, dressed to the fucking nines, has a Bentley style fucking grill in the front, and I'm like, with the amount of money that dude probably just dropped into that fucking Chrysler 300C, he should have fucking dumped it into getting a fucking double wide.
Yeah.
A new double wide.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I got a buddy, the funniest was, he smartened up. He did this in Pennsylvania. He bought a fucking lot of land and then had the double wide built, but he built a basement in his, built the basement first.
Yeah.
Now, it's like a fucking bomb shelter because it's literally like, it's like 4 fucking double wides fucking long and wide. And then he has the double wide where he's just like, in the middle of the floor just has this one fucking ring. You fucking pull it up and it's the steps that go down. And it's all concrete and literally concreted the fucking walls in the fucking double wide. Pulled all the fucking siding off, the aluminum siding off, and literally concreted the fucking walls in on this fucking thing. And it's a nice fucking house. The top half is his wife's. The bottom half is his.
That's the way it would be if I did it.
And it's like a fucking fallout shelter. Like literally, like, dude, he was cracking jokes. He's like, yeah, dude. He's like,
I'll be right back.
all right, no problem. He's got fucking, 4.5 foot fucking concrete walls in the fucking basement. And I'm like, you expecting something that I'm not, that you're not telling me? And he's like, well, I figure I always enjoyed having like my own rec room and, my own fucking pool table and this and that. I'm like, yeah. He's like, so it's like my own gaming room / man cave / fallout shelter. Because there's a bunk room down there that has 15 fucking bunk beds in it.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, what the hell is that for? He's like, usually, he's like, we'll throw a party here. And he's like, I gotta show you the basement. And I fucking walked down. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, it's like literally the size of like 3 nightclubs. Mm-hmm. And he has a bar set up in the one fucking spot. And he's like, it's for everybody when they come over. He's like, they park on the fucking property. We'll get shit-faced drunk, and everybody can crash out downstairs. I was like, all right, well, that's cool. He's like, I could never fit that many people. He's like, I can fit more people downstairs than I can upstairs. Like, he had 100 people over his house for the Super Bowl and watching it in the fucking basement.
Wow.
And the funniest thing was, like, as we're coming up, it's like the old school fucking cellar style where the fucking doors, like, it opens up like that. So, like, it's in the middle of his living room.
Oh, jeez.
That, you just fucking, and you just fucking open that up and you see him walking through and he's like, all right, and you can walk right out the front door. And I'm like, this is interesting. Has his own ventilation system done in the fucking basement so you can smoke down there but not fucking smoke out the whole entire thing.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a real fucking genius about everything. But I'm like, are you like a doomsday prepper? I was like, do you have like the sniper tower somewhere around here that I don't know about? He's like, no. But that's a good idea. Maybe I should build one. I'm like, oh, God. I was like, as long as you're not busting out MREs, I'm content.
Yeah.
He's like, why not? I'm like, dude. I was like, you need help if you're going to be doing that. He's like, nah. He's like, I can't see myself going that far. He's like, honestly, he's like, I built it just, because a lot of, like, where he was at, half the property was, like, landfill.
Uh-huh.
So when he fucking built the concrete walls, he's like, look, dude, I want to make sure that there was no sinkholes or anything of that sort where my shit gets fucking, swallowed up. He's like, because we're literally underground. It's just fucking amusing because, like, the roof of his basement is pretty much the grass. Is how it's set up. Like, he actually concreted the fucking ground and then put backfill and then put fucking sod down. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. He's like, yeah, it's fucking nice. I was like, you should just put a grow room in the basement and there you go. He's like, shh, we're thinking about that. I was like, now I know your alternative motive. Oh, God. Fucking hell. I still can't believe I'm fucking wide awake, dude. I seriously can't fucking believe it. I mean, I got 3 hours of sleep in 48 plus hours.
Jeez.
And then, I slept for 3 hours, and then I've been up since 7 o'clock. like it was nothing.
Hmm.
And I'm like, there was one point around 6:30 tonight. I was like, oh, I'm falling asleep. Then wake up. I'm like, all right, okay, I'm gonna go hop in the shower real quick. Because all I kept thinking was, I'm gonna miss the podcast if I close my eyes any fucking longer.
Right.
That's how it was.
Speaking of sleep, I'm gonna have to bounce out a little early tonight,
All right.
just because of the wicked winter storm we're getting overnight. I gotta leave early so I can get to work tomorrow.
Oh yeah, shit.
So
That sucks.
yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, and considering I'm driving into the storm going to work.
Oh fuck that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know, we're supposed to get a storm, it might be the same one, Monday?
Yeah, it's probably the Alberta Clipper system.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. All this fucking weather, like you guys are getting the shitty weather, and it keeps pushing the cold air down here, and people keep freaking the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's already over, like, half the state right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I see a high of 49 degrees on Wednesday, I know that's not going to be a good idea. That means
Yeah.
people are going to be freaking out, like a low of 34. I'm like, oh, crap, here we go. People will freak the fuck out. Because apparently in certain sections of the fucking state, like there was already a frost warning a few days ago. Like
Yeah.
parts of Sarasota fucking already got hit with frost. And we didn't. And I'm like, dude, we're literally like right on the fucking water just about. I mean,
Oh, wow, we're actually gonna have a nice day tomorrow. It's gonna be a high of 34.
ooh.
Wow.
We've been in the teens and 20s like all week.
See, for Florida, this is their cold fucking season. Like when, you know,
Pause that. You and Mom are gonna go to the store.
when it hits like, you know, when your high is 54 degrees and that's it.
Your
People
answer is
freak out.
that. I'm gonna do that right now. That's what I Well, you're gonna get me some chips.
Johnny, I love that. Where are you going? Mommy and Daddy are going out to the store. To do what? To get stuff.
I think the funny thing is though, like people start freaking out when they see like
I want ketchup chips.
the high this week is only fucking
And I want,
55 degrees.
Beef jerky, too, please.
And that stuff we used to get back in the day, what was
How
that?
big on you?
Don't
Oh,
forget
pussy.
to
Are you
make
gonna
it.
mess?
It
Are
would
you
have
gonna
been
mess with Sasquatch, Johnny?
All right, love you back.
And some Funyuns.
Oh, I didn't have it muted.
No. So ketchup chips, beef jerky.
Some Funyuns, and some
Funyuns.
extra large pizza, and then we're gonna feed it all to a horse.
And that's what was that stuff we used to get back in the day? Oh, pussy. Yes.
Yeah. I want a whole big double batch. Yeah.
I hear Costco sells that in bulk.
Oh, same with Sam's
Costco
Club.
membership now. I gotta go get the card, but I got my very own. And I gotta tell you, I can say this because I'm not on my channel. The reason that I want a Costco membership and will do all my grocery shopping there
Uh-huh.
is because in my town, the bus doesn't go there. So the people that ride the bus and see me driving and mistake my professional courtesy for friendship. Dude, I can't go to the mall. I can't go to Walmart. Like, I mean, because these people, they swarm me. And I'm like, no, I'm off duty now. Fuck you. Yeah, I don't give a shit about your shit. It's like, oh.
Leave me alone about your drywall concerns.
Well, I call them bus bunnies, right?
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, no, they just ride the bus all fucking day. They're not going anywhere. They just, like, they hop on the bus and they'll talk to whatever driver will talk to them, and they want to, like, they think that they're our friends. And it's like, dude, people ride the bus. In my world, people ride the bus because they're going somewhere.
Mhm.
I had one lady, because we do loops, right? She sat on my bus for an hour and then got off. She was the only one on there because it was a slow time. She didn't say boo to me, but she literally just hung out on the bus by herself for an hour and got off at the same place she got on. This is what I deal with.
I was gonna say, was there crystal meth involved in that? I'm just wondering.
I don't know if they have crystal meth here.
Well, looks like I'll have to move up there.
Well, okay, shit. I got some okay stories for you though. There's this one big black lady,
I remember. I think you told me about this one.
and we're sitting there. I'm driving, and she's talking, and she's Sudanese, hey, thick Sudanese accent.
I remember you telling me about this one.
Oh, yes.
But all of a sudden, she says something about blah 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 and paying rent, and then they give me shit for being a prostitute. I just like, no, I couldn't have heard that one, right? So I ask, and I tell this story to another driver when I get back downtown. They're like, oh yeah. Well, not today. Yesterday, she was on my bus, and she's got a bus pass. And she comes up, she's like, I have a bus pass, and this bus ticket is for him. And I'm just sitting there going like, holy shit, is bus fare included in
Not only do you get blown, but I'll pay for your ticket.
They got off at the stop near her house, because I don't know where she lives, but I know which stop she lives near, right? And I'm like, wow, so you can nail the prostitute.
And she'll pay for your fucking bus.
And she'll fucking cover bus fare like this.
All right.
Like, I'm sitting there going, oh, I'm just laughing now. And of course, when she says this bus ticket's for him, I put two and two together. I've got my sunglasses on. So, you know, I mean, between the beard and the sunglasses, I don't really have much of a facial expression, but I'm still sitting there going, oh, shit, man.
And of course, in your head, you hear the fucking Troll music going the whole fucking time.
Here's another thing that happened today. Like, we got these punk-ass kids. They're always sneaking on a bus or stealing transfers or whatever. They're punk-ass kids, right? Every now and then, because they're across from our bus terminal is a church. Every now and then, you see these kids go behind the church with somebody random, and they turn around and come back. So, obviously, they're doing drug deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of these kids, he snuck on my bus when I was having a smoke. I was staring at my bus. I'm like, fuck, it's Friday. I have tomorrow off. It's my last run. I don't really feel like going in there and saying, get the fuck off my bus. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to let him ride. Well, all of a sudden, another bus shows up, and this old guy gets off. And he comes running out of my bus, and he runs up to this old guy, and they give each other a hug. So I'm like, oh, family or something, right? Well, this old guy doesn't let him go. Like, and he's got like both his hands on like the small of this like 17, 18-year-old's back, and I sat there for 4 minutes watching, thinking like, what the fuck? And when I left, they were still holding like that, and I'm just like, holy fuck! I think I found another prostitute. Like the shit you don't like. I don't mean to be discriminatory. Like, it's not like that. But when you're dealing with people who you know don't have a lot of money, the shit you see. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Like, I mean, like, I grew up. Like, dad was sick. Mom did her best. Dad passed. She went back to school. Until I was 15, I didn't know what brand name KD was like the fucking bomb, right? Like, I grew up poor, I know. But I don't remember, and maybe I was just too young to process it, I don't remember seeing half the shit in my old neighborhood that I see now driving bus. Like, oh, it's amazing. It is on. Like,
I think a lot of it is when you're younger, you're just that naive, and a lot of shit could be in front of your face, and you're just not paying attention to it. Because as you get older, you're like, what the fuck?
Speaking of in your face, there's two links. The second one, Backsmasher. This was actually, I know you're out in Tampa, right? But this was flying in Orlando today.
That is great. I had sex with Sabrina, and it was just okay. See, now that's some shit that I would have fucking done.
I like that temperature scale. That's yeah, really cold out. Yeah, that's perfect. Cause 100 Celsius. That's the point that water boils.
So yeah, dead.
Yeah,
I love it, Kelvin. 0 degrees dead. 100 degrees dead.
I have no idea. I do not understand the deeper meaning of what the fuck Kelvin is.
It's just what you use for science, man. You know what 0 Kelvin
High school dropout.
Well, do you know what 0 Kelvin is?
No.
It's absolute zero. It's the point to where you can no longer take energy out of an object. That's how cold it is.
So basically, if like the entire world was 0 Kelvin, nothing would exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Let me put it in perspective. Hang on.
Okay.
Something would exist, but it definitely would
Am
not.
I going to end up watching some after-school special science video on YouTube?
No.
No, it's just going to be Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
So you have
Who
0
was
Kelvin.
amazing on Big Bang Theory, I got to admit.
So you have 0 Kelvin, and obviously you know what liquid nitrogen is, right?
Yes.
Liquid nitrogen is 77 Kelvin, which is
Oh.
equal to
Yeah.
negative 196 Celsius.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, 0 Kelvin, everything dead.
Mm-hmm. Which always cracked me up with the whole, liquid nitrogen fucking eating marshmallows after they've been dropped in that.
What?
Which, yeah, you can actually fucking... They do that with a lot
Is
of
this one of
food.
those American things like deep frying butter on a stick?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Like, it was done in a fucking experiment in science class, and it cracked me the hell up because they dropped fucking marshmallows, and it's like, it turns the marshmallow into like a hard fucking candy, and you bite into it and then breathe out your nose and fucking lovely amounts of fucking steam. At that point, it looks like smoke just come pouring the fuck out of your mouth. Like,
This is right here. This is probably one of like the most dangerous and jackass like things I've ever seen.
what, dropping dry ice into a water bottle, fucking tightening
Nope.
the fucking... Drinking liquid nitrogen?
Either you all cut out or
Wow.
No, we still hear it.
I can't hear anybody except for Cobra.
Can you hear me?
Stop talking.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, we weren't saying anything. But
Don't fuck with me like that.
no, it's 'cause-
Canadian fucking internet here. I thought the Eskimo stopped building his igloo. Like, sorry, Inuit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Can't
Racist.
call them Eskimos anymore. Apparently, that's mean.
That's racist.
You know, I don't consider myself a racist person. I do believe in certain stereotypes, as in there are stereotypical type of people. Doesn't really matter what color you are.
Yeah.
But holy shit, am I sick of, like, you can't say anything.
Yeah, because everything's so PC. Everything's
Like you can't mention that somebody is not, that you can't mention somebody wasn't born in your country.
no,
Because
it's
you're getting shit, and it's just like, should not our differences be celebrated?
yeah. Well, it's funny, especially around the holidays. Like instead of saying Merry Christmas to somebody, it's always Happy Holidays or Season's Greetings. You know,
Like, dude, I'm a straight up atheist, and I say Merry Christmas because that's what I grew up celebrating.
yeah. Like
Well, I
that's
say
yeah.
Xmas sometimes just to piss people off.
yeah, but still, but if heaven forbid you say that to a Jewish person, you're like Merry Christmas.
well,
No, and some of them
When I
get
was a kid, there was like one Jewish kid in town. Like, that's how back-asswards the town I live in is. And you would say to him Merry Christmas, and he would say Happy Hanukkah, and everybody was fine.
yeah.
Because, I am wishing on you my season's greetings. He is wishing on me his season's greetings.
Yeah, and it is what it is. But nowadays, people get so fucking butthurt about it. It's not even funny. And for some strange reason, as we're talking about this, I don't know why, but I was going to say, hey, Tezzy, what do you think about the fucking Skankies picking up what's his nuts from Japan?
First off,
Can I interject here? I have no idea what you just said. Other than Japan.
The Yankees picked up
Japan.
they picked up a solid pitcher from Japan.
I saw this movie with Tom Selleck. It was called Mr. Baseball.
That was
No,
a great
that was the
movie.
other way around.
That was a great movie, by the way. Absolutely hilarious.
I remember enjoying it.
So who's here for the mustache rides? Dude, I actually
Well,
watched that the other day. I don't know why. It was
so-
on like HBO Go, and I'm like, Mr. Baseball, that's such a great fucking movie. Are you saying hi to me as in yes or hi as in I'm full of bullshit?
So, help me out here. A-Rod.
A-Rod, yeah.
A-Rod.
What about
Still
him
playing baseball, or
Oh,
now?
no.
Still
he
kicked out
doesn't
of the
really
league
get
for the
mentioned
year.
on Canadian Sport Desk.
Okay,
you know
now
what I mean?
now he is suspended for the whole entire season of next year,
including the playoffs.
including the playoffs. Now what he's doing is he's suing
The union.
the union, which cracks me up. He's suing the people that got him to be the highest paid baseball player in all of sports at one point. Now,
Yep.
there was a lovely interview where the players' union actually wanted to kick him out of the union. All the players wanted to kick him out of the union, and they can't because he's still technically part of it, which is really dumb, but he's suing them.
So,
So-
do you know what they told him?
Yeah, one of the guys said, just a heads up, we can throw a fastball high and inside. We can hit him as many times as we want. We're going to make sure that he's afraid of us now. And I'm all for it. This dude,
I'm for it too.
Didn't that
he's-
happen to him? Didn't they, like, beat him twice?
Yeah,
right?
Boston.
Dempster
yeah, Dempster fucking rocked him.
and the entire stadium fucking went up in cheers.
Yep.
See, now, here's the thing I don't understand between you and me.
Okay.
When they're all like, oh, he's doped up. I don't care.
See-
I don't want to watch regular people play baseball. I want to watch superhuman mutants play baseball.
See, now
and you
here's-
know what? When you hit the ball and you start running, keep the fucking bat with you.
Okay,
You know, when
see,
the first baseman says, I'm going to stop you, just boom! It's over.
see, now, when it comes to the whole steroid era of baseball, it's really a double negative. Because they
I remember steroid stories from, like, my earliest memory of baseball, other than the Blue Jays winning back-to-back and having the first World Series triple play that apparently didn't count. Not bitter. But steroids have been there. Like, honestly, other than that, my next thing I remember was
Mark McGuire.
it Barry Bonds or
Barry Bonds
Darryl
was a-
Strawberry or
No, Darryl Strawberry was a cokehead.
but yeah,
Barry-
like drugs. That's what I remember. Drugs,
Okay,
drugs,
now,
drugs, drugs,
now
drugs.
here's the funny thing. You had that strike back in, what the hell was that, 90, back in the 90s, right? So
Yeah.
that instantly fucking dropped all ticket sales, and a lot of people were pissed off at baseball.
Yeah.
And then Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa go on this fucking hitting spree where
I
they
remember
had that home run race. Now, that was so great for baseball, it wasn't even funny. The funny thing about that is they were all juiced out of their fucking minds.
Yeah.
That's during the steroid era.
Yeah.
Now, they
Yeah.
did such a great thing for baseball, but because they were on steroids and because baseball has come down so hard on people doing steroids now, they'll never get into the Hall of Fame ever.
No.
I mean, it's really pointless in even having them come up on the fucking Hall of Fame ballot. Like, this year, you had Barry Bonds, you had Mark McGuire, and you damn well knew those two, no way in hell, and Rafael Palmeiro. You damn well know those three were not going to get in.
I think
whatsoever.
though.
What about Jose Canseco?
Oh, he'll
Palmeiro
never.
came up. No, Canseco I think already lost his chance. He's already off because he didn't get enough votes. And
Well, I couldn't
Palmeiro,
remember if his name was related to steroids or not.
Oh, God, yes.
he was the one that fucking started it.
Yeah, he's the one that started it and wrote a book
He's
and
like,
fucking
this
called
guy did it, this guy
everybody
did it,
out.
this guy
Yeah.
did it, this guy
He
did it.
he sang
He was
like
the
a fucking
Mitchell
canary.
report before the Mitchell report.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Sammy Sosa in the comments. That name sounds
And-
vaguely familiar.
So yeah, he was the guy that whenever he did a home run, he'd do a little jump.
Yeah, he played for the Cubs.
Okay, now, real question. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go back however fucking long and however primitive steroids were back in the 30, 40, 50s. I don't...
No,
Forgive
they-
me for not knowing.
Okay, now the
Baseball
steroids
but-
steroids really weren't that big back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s,
Now,
70s. It was more they were
if they
drunk.
could go back in time
hmm
and test Babe Ruth,
He would have been drunk the whole time.
well, would they have found anything else, though?
Just a lot of high cholesterol and a lot of alcohol.
Because like I don't even know when Babe Ruth played. To be honest.
All right. You think about this. When Babe Ruth played, he was drunk 90% of the time. Shit-faced, drunk.
He's a hell of a pitcher too.
But he was a hell of a fucking player. But that was their thing. Back then, it wasn't steroids. It wasn't anything like illegal drugs. It was always alcohol. Fucking Mickey Mantle was another one. He was a prime fucking candidate of sitting in the fucking clubhouse before and after a game, pounding a fucking six-pack.
Well, you remember the Boston goalie? I forget his name right now. We were just
Tim Thomas?
on the radio today. But the first guy who had the mask, who started making stitch marks.
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, during intermission, he would slam 2 or 3 beer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then go out but I mean, like, you think
I will
about
have
it.
2 or 3 beer.
Yeah.
2 or 3
But you think about it, right? I mean, like, I know they take slap shots faster now than they used to. But my first thought is, okay, that puck's coming at me at, even back then it was 60, 70, 80 mile an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm going to fucking stand in front of that sober?
Yeah, no shit.
Like,
But see, here's the funny
because
thing.
the
like,
pads weren't nearly as fucking good back then. Sorry, carry on.
But like the thing is, with hockey and the other sports, it was I don't see that being an issue with them drinking whatsoever. It is what it is. You know, if they want to drink, that's fine. Now, when it comes to NASCAR and you see guys, like you hear about guys doing fucking crystal meth.
What?
Yeah.
I have not heard this.
They're fucking. God damn it! What the hell was his name? There was one driver that got booted out because he tested positive for methamphetamine.
Was it Clint Boyer?
No,
That's
not
the only like
You mean
current
Clint
driver
Boyer?
I know because he was on Duck Dynasty.
You mean Clint Boyer? Not Boyer.
Boyer, whatever.
Boyer, big difference. He's not French.
Well, apparently because they were making a joke on Duck Dynasty that in the south parts of Louisiana they'd call him Boyer.
Yeah, well, see, certain parts of Louisiana, you have the French influence.
What
That's
do you got
why.
there?
Red Hot. Frank's Red Hot.
That shit's great.
It's alright, yeah, cool. Ketchup chips.
Yeah.
Is the Gatorade yours?
We're gonna
Oh,
share-
sorry.
And we're gonna share the ketchup chips.
We're going to share the ketchup chips.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. Okay, you start.
Where's
Yeah.
the beef jerky?
The Frank's Red Hot beef jerky, right
I
there.
got Frank's Red Hot beef jerky.
That's some good stuff.
Hell yeah.
I haven't tried that. I know they make jalapeno jerky up here.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff is amazing.
All right, guys, I'm bouncing out.
All right, man. Have a good one, dude.
Later.
We'll catch you guys later.
Yep.
Bye.
But see, when it comes to the steroids thing, and it's funny because when Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire pretty much helped baseball out at that point, it brought in more ticket sales.
Yeah,
It created
give them their audience back.
It gave them their audience back. But now it's like, oh no, we guys did steroids. We're not going to put you in the Hall of Fame because you did a banned substance which wasn't banned at that point.
That's a big thing too. Like I remember, little off topic, but I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger on Pumping Iron. He did a commentary or interviews for like the 25th anniversary. Yeah, they ask him, he's like, "Did you do steroids?" He's like, "People ask me all the time, have I done steroids?" Well, it was the 70s. Anabolic steroids were not illegal. They were not banned by the bodybuilding community, so everybody was messing around with something back then, right? I mean, I think that's the thing I like about Arnold is like if you ask him a straight question, like he's like, yes, at the end of that movie I did smoke a joint and I did inhale. You know, the one thing I got to admit, and I feel a little left out because like hockey's my sport.
I love hockey, but
I haven't heard of anybody in hockey getting busted for doing steroids.
Now, they're starting to come, just a heads up, it's going to be happening soon. Because I know they're in the process of talks about doing the drug testing now. Because I know hockey, it's never really been brought up or anything of that sort.
Well, I mean, first of all, the gear they put them in now is like freaking medieval armor.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
And you got people knocking other people's, like, you shoulder check a guy and his bell is rung. And he's out for like 2 seasons.
Looking at you, Coletta.
Yeah, you can't tell me that there's not. And I mean, for however advanced whatever major sporting league is for catching up to what the players are doing. Like, I mean, how long did it take him to catch Lance Armstrong?
Yeah, no shit.
Like, I mean, he won 7.
Yeah, he won 7
Yeah,
fucking Tour de
7
France's.
France's.
Yeah, you know what I mean? 7 of them, and then they're like, "Oh, we caught him." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like NASCAR, right?
Oh,
For
and-
every rule they come out, and there's a crazy amount of rules about what their car has to be.
Mhm.
For everything they come out with, they're like 10 years behind of the mechanics that put this car together. Like, that car would never last on the street.
Oh, yeah.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? Like, it just wouldn't.
Oh, and Dookie gave me the dude's name. It was Jeremy Mayfield who got nailed for methamphetamines. He actually is like, he's the only
Your
driver.
comments are ahead of mine.
All right, he's the only driver to get a fucking lifetime ban for
Wow.
drugs. You know that. Well, see, at that point, dude, they really kind of frowned upon it because, of course, you are driving a car at 200 plus miles an hour.
Yeah,
and that's
man,
understandable. You can't be.
You can't drive. You're not allowed to drive intoxicated, no matter where you are.
Yeah, no shit. And that's completely understandable.
What?
Like, you know,
You want the
No, you just go ahead and eat them.
I think it's funny
Save
though
me about half.
with hockey, you know, that they haven't gone through with the whole steroid thing.
I'll use this for garbage.
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
carry on.
I said,
Hockey,
you know,
they haven't done the steroid thing.
no, but they are in the process of doing a lot of talks. I know that much. Which, you know, at that point,
Well-
I can't blame them.
Well, like, okay, the Oilers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, they drafted a kid named Taylor Hall,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a good player. The problem is he's tiny. And, I mean, yeah, he was 19 or 18, but by the time he was 20, he almost doubled in size, width-wise.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're telling me there's not something there?
Yeah, at that point, definitely
You know what
something
I mean?
going on. Well, see, you know, I always wondered about Scott Stevens if he was ever doing steroids, just because of how aggressive that dude fucking
My
was.
favorite soundbite from him was when he said, "If we hit each other back then the way they hit each other now, we would break our shoulder."
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I still love the hit that he gave onto fucking Eric Lindros to fucking end his career.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
See, I'm like the only Lindros fan I know.
I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry, but those Lindros boys have soft skulls.
Well, see, the thing is little known fact, because I saw it on a Canadian documentary, which everybody watches. If his parents weren't the way they were, he would have kept playing.
Oh, yeah.
He was okay to keep playing. I mean, like, mind you, they knew a lot less about concussions or cared a lot less about concussions back then.
Oh, yeah.
But if he played again, his parents couldn't sue the NHL. Like, that guy, Lindros, I feel bad for him in a way because he don't, you know, all that money he made, it was spent.
Yep.
His parents spent it before he even got a chance to live the dream.
See-
Although the coolest thing I thought, because I hated the Quebec Nordiques at the time, the coolest thing in the world I thought was when he was like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking playing for them."
Yeah.
I'm
I
just like,
remember that.
"Whoa, you could do that?" And that was when he became one of my top 3 hockey players.
See, it's funny. Like,
The
it
other
cracks.
one's Sean Avery. Because I don't care what you say, as long as he wasn't playing against your team, Sean Avery was the funnest guy on the ice to watch.
That's like Bob Probert.
Sean Avery.
That's like Bob Probert back in the fucking day.
Like, he was like the Dennis Rodman of freaking hockey. Almost, you know? Like, I'm still surprised you didn't see him playing with a freaking nose ring just because it'd piss a ref off.
Speaking of fights, what was it? The fucking Vancouver game the other night?
Oh, Vancouver,
Yep,
Calgary.
the
Oh
Vancouver,
my god,
Calgary.
dude.
Me and
Fucking
the wife, we
torques.
watched the Toronto game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Toronto wins because they were still on a winning streak and they didn't get raped by the Dallas Stars yet. And we put the TV on mute after the game and we were watching like YouTube videos or whatever. All of a sudden we look up and we just see fighting. Okay, rewind. 2 seconds into the game and they have 8 players ejected. 102 penalty minutes.
Yep.
And
I
what's
think it was like
funny is
152, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, by the end of the game, it was over 200. And the funny thing is like I told the wife, I'm like, this is going to calm down halfway through the second period when there's nobody left to play, and that's what happened.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
it cracked me the hell up because I'm sitting there, I'm watching Sports Center, and they're like, watch this. Immediately as the puck drops, a fight
Yep.
breaks out. And I was like,
Yep.
oh my God. And you literally see a 5 on, like, everybody on the ice just beating
Yeah.
the shit out. I'm like,
Oh, well, and you feel bad for the one guy on Vancouver. It was his first NHL game.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Lane.
And he gets to start. And he's on the ice for 2 seconds and gets
kicked out of the game.
At least
Well,
he didn't have the center fight because Bielska came in.
Now, what?
Yeah,
He was like,
Bielsa-
no, let me do
The
that.
X, like, I hate the Canucks, eh?
Yeah, and I was so glad.
Now,
you know,
what fueled
McGrath
all
or
that,
whatever
by the way?
fucked Sestito up.
Well,
I
here's
fucking
what
hate
happened
Sestito.
is, like, in hockey, you got your fourth line guys. They're
Yeah.
there for fighting.
Yeah, I know that.
And Calgary starts with their fourth line, and then Vancouver gets to know ahead of time who they're starting with so that they can pick who they want to put out.
Mhm.
And Tortorella, who, to me, should have never left New York because that guy reeks of New York. All
No,
the
we-
stereotypes about New
no.
York,
We don't want him back. We're happy with
every
AV.
stereotype there is about New Yorkers, that was John Tortorella.
Mhm.
But he was like that before. He was like that in Tampa.
Yeah, he
But
was.
I loved him because, I mean, like, he was like the only guy in the league who would play Sean Avery.
Probably because he had no choice because Avery probably was going to kill him if he
Yeah.
didn't.
But, you know, so Tortorella starts his fourth line as well, but Tortorella made a mistake of starting his top defensive pair,
Mm-hmm.
and Bieksa, and they got kicked out too. And I'm just like, ooh, this game just got even because Calgary's not having a good season at all. Vancouver's not doing well. But my favorite thing throughout that whole, like, that's what it was. It's like, you're going to start your tough guys, I'll start my tough guys. They have a brawl. My favorite was when Tortorella was trying to get into the Calgary dressing
locker
room.
room.
Yeah, all right.
And it's because the Calgary coach is a pussy. Like, Tortorella wants to scream at him, and he's just like, oh, yeah. And he walks away.
Hold on.
What the
What
fuck?
about Patrick Waugh this season?
Oh,
Breaking down the
I
fucking barrier.
watched his first game. Where
That
he
was
just about knocked that
amazing.
stanchion over. That
Yeah.
was
I
awesome.
was cracking the hell up. I'm
That
like,
was.
I was like,
I look after that too. You just look at it, just like the Avs are gonna do something this season.
mm-hmm. When your
You
coach
just know
gets
they
that
are.
fired up, you
Yeah.
know that the guys are going to be like, maybe
The
we
thing
do
I
look
thought
like
was
this guy.
hilarious was Varlamov, I think it was. One of their goals, I think it was Varlamov, gets scored on, what was it, 7 or 8 times and didn't get pulled. That's why Waugh left the Canadians, is because they wouldn't pull him. And then he, like, leaves his goalie in there. Like, there's got to be something I don't know. Maybe Varlamov said, yeah, okay, leave me in, but wow.
Yeah.
And how I heard about that, this is funny, how I heard about that was Minnesota Burns on Twitter.
Mm.
I don't watch his videos, but he's a hockey fan and I enjoy him, so I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, he's a diehard fucking Minnesota Wild fan.
Oh, totally, too, yeah.
Poor
In fact,
guy.
I can't even look at his Twitter when one of my teams is playing against Minnesota because
Ugh.
he'll piss me off.
Yeah, like he blows up Twitter with the fucking hockey feeds, and it's actually nice to see a YouTuber actually take interest in sports other than
Yeah.
Other than basketball.
other than
COD
basketball.
esports.
Yeah, which I don't care
Oh,
what
that-
anybody says. It's
yeah.
not a fucking sport, goddammit.
You know, the thing is I watched, I forget which one it was, but I watched one weekend. I'm like, okay, I can see there's entertainment in here.
Oh yeah.
And then I watched again, and something changed, something went wrong, they had the ability to make a thing that people want to watch, but their announcers suck. Because, like, yeah, he's going to do this, and he's going to do this. And you can hear something change in their voice when all of a sudden they think it's going to be a highlight clip, and he goes with it. It's like, no, dude, you either announce the whole thing like that, or you don't at all.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
amusing when they all of a sudden start sounding like a fucking hockey game.
The team changes. Like, Blade's right. Blade says it'll never catch on until you localize. Like, you have a Texas team and you have a New York team. Because then all of a sudden, like if there's
It's
a
like the
Canadian
way
team
it
in
was
there-
back in when Melee came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched
But, like-
watched that documentary or whatever that they made.
No, but like if you got a Canadian, like the whole point of this team is that they're Canadian and they're going to the COD esport whatever. Well, now all of a sudden I have a stake in this. I'm involved. Go
Yeah.
Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Olympics. Half the players on the Canadian team I fucking hate, but they're Canadian.
Yep.
So you have to. You know,
Yeah. It's funny. It's the same way with the U.S. team. You know. I absolutely like it sucks. I absolutely fucking hate Patrick Kane. Fucking can't stand him.
Yeah.
But the second he fucking touches the ice and he's wearing that fucking USA jersey, you damn well know I'm fucking rooting for him.
I know it's
Oh,
it's
God.
just it's gonna be just as bad when you got fucking Hagelin and Lundqvist are gonna be on
Yep.
Team Sweden, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fucking root against them.
Wow.
Yep. Or Tuukka Rask is playing for whatever. What is he playing for? Fucking Czech
Sweden
Republic
or
Finland.
or
Czech?
Finland?
I just retweeted my wife. You guys gotta go check that link out. It is the best thing ever.
Man, why is my laptop fucking constantly
I
breaking you guys
can't. I
up?
can't push it over to the other laptop, but
I'm in the wrong fucking.
Everybody's breaking up. It's
That's
so
it.
weird.
Might have to fucking back out and then come back in.
Am I smarter than a brain? And why is this man talking to me not wearing any shoes? The answer to all these questions is
this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I gave my shoes to a homeless dog that you are because I'm nice. Go to your shopping store and buy this new Old Spice body spray.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry. I will keep talking so you guys can watch.
Hold on. Did I just get fucking hacked? 10 followers, 7 unfollowers. I didn't know it'd be this simple. Get your weekly stats via just unfollow. Delete that. And I might have accidentally fucking sent out a fuck ton of shit, so I'm gonna have to change my password now.
Oh, I hate when that happens. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I like get these random messages from people, and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you got hacked."
Yeah, check your inboxes and shit.
Nothing's popped up yet.
Alright, because I got my fucking thing, it's lit up, so I wonder if I fucking sent something out to somebody. I don't know, it just says it on my profile though, it's fucking weird. I'll figure it out fucking later. Alright, now I gotta find you on fucking Twitter. I follow too many fucking people.
2 minutes ago, Honey is who I retweeted.
Alright. There we go, there's Team White Trash on hiatus.
I don't know why I keep saying on hiatus. I keep putting out videos.
The push-up muscle shirt.
Just keep watching. I'll say it to the viewers here. It is called the flatteringman.com. And it is, dude, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to watch, but I'm going to say it anyway. Old Spice are marketing geniuses.
Dude, they're absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Like, I have to say, Terry Crews started it off genius.
Oh,
like that.
God.
Yeah,
I love the
yes.
ones where they have, like, it's like a bounce commercial, and then all of a sudden he busts through the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Terry
Like, this
Crews is
commercial
hilarious
fucking
anyway.
sucks.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? Terry Crews himself is he's absolutely fucking hilarious. Like,
I
that
was
shit.
on bodybuilding.com, you know, for all the bodybuilding I do.
Mm-hmm.
And he has this, like, skit YouTube series on there where he plays this character and he gives you all the bad tips about going to the gym. So it's Terry Crews, uncensored, wearing like a dreadlock wig. And he's like, best thing to do before you do cardio is have a cigarette. So you can smoke to make sure your lungs are getting there. Like, I like fell off my chair. Literally, not exaggerating. I'm actually on the floor. I was laughing so hard the first time I saw it. Oh, what do he call himself? Jamal something?
Oh, God.
But Terry
That's pretty
Crews
amazing.
is hilarious.
Jerome Mayberry's.
Yes. Yes, Jerome Mayberry's. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah. The 10 Commandments of the weight room.
Yes. Yeah, that's it there. I'm kind of curious, though, because if you watch this Flattering Man long enough, there's stage your own intervention. There's the illegal neck workout machine.
Dude.
The gold headset. Oh, God, it's a Bluetooth headset. My favorite internet meme I've ever seen. It was a picture of, like, model dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all 4 of them had, like, Bluetooth headsets in.
Yeah.
And the caption read, "My theory, somebody is capturing douchebags, tagging them, and releasing them back into the wild."
You know what cracks me? Did you see the new fucking, what is it, the new Glad fucking trash bag commercial?
No.
Where it's got those fucking, like, muscular dudes, and at the last second there's this fat, chubby fucking, like, Italian Guido-looking kid in the commercial as well. It's like, it's great because you're like, oh crap, it's one of these stupid commercials where it's like, you know, these guys are all nice and cut, and it's about the trash bags and everything else, and all of a sudden you see this kid that's got, like, you know, he's wearing the white t-shirt like all the other guys, but he's completely overweight, and he's still acting like his shit don't stink better than theirs and whatnot. It's fucking hilarious, because you see this mom, like, drooling over him and shit like that. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Whoever did that was genius. I don't care what anybody says.
I think my wife's account is hacked.
No.
Because my wife's next tweet to me starts off with, "Dude." My wife doesn't say dude.
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 Soul patch powder. Man, it might be something in the video. It might have been her. I'm going to retweet it anyway. I'm definitely going to check those out later.
Well, I see I had some unfollower bullshit. But, oh well. Oh, so, how do you feel about, Richard Sherman fucking saying his shit that he said about Michael Crabtree after the Seahawks game there?
Did you
The mediocre
did you just
thing?
hear he got fined?
Yeah. Well,
I actually want to watch the Super Bowl now. I thought that was a funny one.
now here's the thing,
This is
though.
what happens when you
Oh,
see a
I saw
mediocre
that.
receiver. Mediocre.
But you know what, though? Here's the thing, though. To me, personally, after the play was done, if you watch it, Sherman goes up to Crabtree
Sherman goes up to Crabtree
to shake his fucking hand, pats him on the ass, and goes to say, "Good game, man, good game." Crabtree
And
straight up
Crabtree
mugs him in the
fucking
fucking
snubs
snubs him right in the
Yeah.
fucking face. So at that point, it's open season, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? I thought it was great, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's a fucking asshole." I'm like, dude,
I loved it.
I
But
loved it.
It's football. That, like, I mean, literally, they play for 10 seconds. They block one dude, and the celebration lasts for 4 minutes. Like, as a non-football guy,
Yeah.
you kind of got to realize, like, these, like, any other sport, like, it would literally be like center field running in to chest bump the pitcher because he got a strikeout. You know what I mean?
I will say
Yeah,
that.
but this
It's literally
strikeout
like
was
a
to go to the
group
World
hug.
Series.
Yeah, but this strikeout. Yeah, but you know, I could
Right.
but this one would be like a strikeout to win the fucking World Series, though. So I could
Fair
understand
enough.
it.
Yeah, okay.
But you know what, though? I will say this, though. Fucking Richard Sherman is what is the best defensive back in the league. You know, I mean, and I
I
couldn't
believe
believe.
you because I don't
and
have
they-
anything to base that
And
on.
they went with that hokey ass play that they always fucking fall back on, which was very surprising. I was like, really? You're gonna okay? Like, I understand Kaepernick fucking believes in Crabtree and all, but it's like the way he threw that ball.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Can you
as
believe
a
that he got
observer.
fined for the post-game stuff?
I can. Dude, it's Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell is a fucking fine, happy
Like-
asshole.
Like if
And you
the
know what he
same
wants to
thing
do now,
happened
right?
in hockey, whoever said it would have got a fine.
Yeah, hockey, dude. You don't even talk about the fuck. Oh,
Like when somebody asks you, like, "Oh, what did you think of the ref's call?"
it was good.
It was a call.
I have no comment.
Yeah, that's usually. Well, it's like calling fuck. That's like
Yeah,
strikes.
you gotta take it like Bill Belichick on that. Just it happened because it happened, and there's nothing we can do to change it. And blah blah blah.
and then
Wasn't Belichick fucking pissed though about?
he
the
was
loss?
pissed about Wes Welker's fucking hit, dude. He's like, "Oh, that was a cheap shot. You know, that was done deliberately." I'm like, "Really? It didn't look deliberate to me."
Well, now I gotta ask you guys because I watched the highlights, but I was half awake when I watched them.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If Crabtree caught that ball,
Mm-hmm.
they won.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were down by 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would have tied it, and then it would have gone for the extra point, and they would have won.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there going like, okay, dude just like won the game. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like
he-
hopping
yeah.
up there, like he literally won the game, and he's stoked about it. And football player, like the celebrations in football compared
what-
to any other sport. You know what I mean? So
I
it's
thi-
like
they
why are
maybe-
you
maybe
surprised
soccer.
that this is what you get?
Soccer,
I was-
they
I was gonna
celebrate
say
more.
Soccer,
gonna
they
say-
storm up into the stands.
Yeah, I
Soccer,
will
they
say
rip
soccer.
their jerseys off and they hydroplane across the field.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
But I
freaking
will
like
s-
Hulk out, eh?
I think the shit that annoys me the most, honestly, about like some of these end zone celebrations, I'm like, hey, you know you're gonna get fined for an excessive celebration, and some of them are pretty funny. Some of them you're like, all right.
Yeah.
When you see these assholes make a first down and they got to fucking storm past everybody and be like, huh? I'm like, really, dude?
Yeah, that's my problem with football. It's
That's
like, okay, yeah,
my issue. I'm like, you know what, dude? That's wonderful. Okay, bravo.
One of
You
my-
still
one
got
of
to
my
fucking score a
favorite-
touchdown.
on
One of my
average.
favorite moments, like
Oh, yeah.
that, just not even going back a couple of years to the last time the Giants went to the Super Bowl. Not even the Kyle Williams fumble,
hmm
like on that kickoff return, but Vernon Davis catching the touchdown pass and then getting up onto the camera stage and then like dancing for a fucking like misconduct, unnecessary penalty.
I will.
Because I believe we scored a touchdown on that drive because of that
Mhm.
penalty.
I will say though, some of the best celebrations, I have to say, there was Joe Horn who had a fucking wonderful one with the cell phone underneath the fucking padding.
Oh shit, be right back.
There was, of course, T.O. with the fucking popcorn or the fucking cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Chad Ochocinco was pretty solid at it. Like, some of that shit was funny. I thought that was great, amusing.
Yeah.
But, like, some of these guys, dude, it's like, okay, I liked Barry Sanders because he had class. He scored the touchdown, did his job, chucked the ref the ball, went off. When you see these ass clowns like, fucking, I will say Detroit's fucking, was it Scott, what the fuck, their tight end that always does the dances, that shit's absolutely hilarious because he's
Pettigrew?
not Pettigrew,
I don't know who their tight end is.
Fajita or whatever the hell it is, Fajita, I forget. But when the dude makes a touchdown, he does the goofy fucking dances. It's absolutely hilarious because he's a big goofy white guy doing like the Cabbage Patch and shit like that, or the Running Man. That's hilarious. But when you get these guys that they're like, oh yeah, doing stupid shit, and I'm like, really, dude? Isn't that your job?
Yeah, it almost sounds like you'd have a problem then with like the Lambeau Leap and stuff.
No, the Lambeau Leap I can understand because that's like a tradition, That's fine. That's understandable. It's kind of like the Mile High Salute when the Broncos back in the 90s fucking did shit like that. I understand the Lambeau Leap. I understand certain ones, but when some of them they're like, Tony Gonzalez, I'm gonna dunk the ball over the fucking
goals.
yeah, or fucking Scott Graham for the. It's like, dude, really? Okay, but when he bends the fucking goalpost, it's like, all right, you ass clown, really? That's like Shaquille O'Neal and on the 9th game that he fucking played of just purposely trying to fucking shatter the backboards.
I think the funniest celebration I've ever seen was a soccer one, and so they score the goal, and then they get all their players together, like all the midfielders and everything, all together. So you have one guy here, one guy here, one guy here, and then like a whole group of them off, like a group of like 5 or whatever.
It was
so
the
they all
Iceland-
get arranged.
The Iceland
And
fucking
then-
team or whatnot in the blue jerseys.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Because they
but,
did some
like,
excessive ones where it was like a bicycle. There was one where there was a toilet. The fucking salmon fucking where they were fishing.
Oh, the one with that one I remember. But that's not what I was talking about. That was
Why are your house
fucking
covered with
great,
lava?
though. That was great, though.
Oh, okay,
But
cool.
the one I'm talking about that I've seen was like
I'm back on the podcast, honey.
the one guy gets down on the ground, like just like sits on the ground, and the other guy like rolls him into the other group, and they just fall down like bowling pins.
Yeah. Now, dude, that whole entire group of, I think it's like an Iceland fucking soccer team, and it's hilarious because they had the one where like it was actually like a toilet is how they fucking set it up, and the dude just sits down, and this other guy's like a newspaper, so like, he's sitting there reading the newspaper as he's taking a shit. Another one was like a bicycle, like he was riding a fucking bike. Then they had like, you know, the salmon one where you fucking like you see him fucking cast out, and the dude wiggles this way, and then you see the whole team fucking standing there holding the guy as someone's acting like they got a camera. That is absolutely hilarious because it's innovative with the way they came up with the celebrations.
I'm trying to find the minor league baseball team that has those really awesome fucking celebrations.
But I think it like,
Minor League Baseball.
that is a great fucking thing to watch, by the way, and it's always
I
cheap.
have to. How do I put it? Oh no, this was like the Junior World Series, the Kid World Series.
The
I
Little
have to
League.
talk about Canada.
My
for,
aunt,
yeah, Little
my
League.
aunt and uncle my aunt and uncle live in that town, and they go to those games all the time.
Well,
Fucking hate them.
what I thought was cool is was it Nicaragua or Nigeria?
I think Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria. They couldn't come over. They couldn't get into the States to go to the Little League World Series.
Yeah,
right?
didn't Canada fucking help them out
Yeah,
with that?
no, Canada went over there
Okay, that's what it was.
and played a game against them there, eh? I thought it was like, what character building experience for all them young people involved, eh?
Mhm. Well, I know there was one of the teams.
That's what we need more of, so
They-
they don't end up like us.
Well, one of the teams over there didn't have enough funding to come to the States, and I think it was Canada that actually helped pay
Okay,
they helped pay for the team to come over to the fucking States to play. It
that
was
sounds like us.
I think it was like a Russian team or whatever, and they didn't have enough money to make it, and the Canadian fucking team, like the parents and everything else, pitched in money to help them fucking come over. And I think that's great when you have, you know, sportsmanship and it's shown at that young of an
Yeah.
age to the kids.
Well,
So they don't get to, like, you know, how some of these fucking baseball players are where it's just money and that's it.
this is money and steroids and a 256 batting average and striking out every on the playoffs. And I really wanted to like A-Rod, like with all the stigma around him and like everybody hates him.
You know what? He was
I'm
great.
Like,
He was in Seattle.
like Sean Avery, everybody hated him. I watched him and I'm like, dude, I like this guy.
Oh,
I couldn't do it with
Okay, that's
A-Rod.
the name of the-
I could not do it.
You know what? A-Rod was great when he was in Seattle. He was really good back then.
Mhm.
And he was solid when he was in Texas. And then he came to the Yankees, and that's like he had some really good seasons with him, and then all of a sudden the injuries started happening.
But isn't this what the Yankees do? If they can't beat him, buy him?
Yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
the
And they've been doing it since Babe Ruth.
We have no farm.
yeah. The only decent things to come out of your farm system was like Mariano Rivera, Jorge Posada, and Derek Jeter.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, hockey, like, the reason the Toronto Maple Leafs lose all the time is because of the salary cap. Like, Toronto makes the most money. So if there was no salary cap, they could
Okay.
buy the best players.
By the way, the Winter Classic this year was absolutely hilarious.
I didn't get to watch it. I had to listen to it on the radio.
The better thing, though, was the alumni game that they played.
I didn't get a chance to watch that either.
Now, that one was hilarious because...
Well, I mean, think about everybody who's been on Detroit.
Mhm.
And everybody who's been on Toronto.
Yeah, so they had
In
some...
fact, I think I heard you say there was like 52 Stanley Cup rings
just
between
on
the
the
two benches.
No, just on the Detroit side.
What?
Just on the Detroit side, there were 52
Well,
Stanley
who's all
Cup
there?
rings.
Fedorov,
Federer,
Yzerman,
Yzerman, Shanahan, Chelios, Paul Coffey,
Chelios,
fucking. I mean, dude,
Coffey.
they had. I mean, everybody for fuck's sakes. You know, like they had every single one of like the '90s. It was pretty much like most of it was like consisted of the '90s fucking Red Wings.
Pavel Bure.
No, they didn't have Pavel Bure. That was the
Why
only one
not?
they did.
Fuck, I
'Cause-
liked Pavel Bure.
But he was not on the fucking Red Wings. He was
What?
Vancouver. You know, he was
Yeah, look
Vancouver
at- look at-
Canucks.
I know he was Vancouver.
Look
I
at
thought
the
he
link that I
came
put
to
in.
Vancouver from. No, now I'm confused.
No, he was never on there.
You'll love these. I don't know if you've ever seen these before.
Yes, I have.
They're
What
so
are they?
great, aren't they?
I'll have to check them out later.
Yeah, when they start doing the photo bombs and shit.
So the shit that they come up with. So funny.
That's like LeBron James and Dwayne Wade when they do their fucking interviews and they start fucking the jousting. That's great.
Yeah. You're right where I
Okay.
am, man.
Okay, I like Kings James. Can I still watch basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm obviously not a basketball guy. And part of me feels like I should go with, oh, fuck, what's his name? Shit, he used to be on the Suns and now he's on the Lakers. The, like, only Canadian basketball
Steve
player
Nash.
ever. Yeah, Steve Nash.
Yeah, Steve
I
Nash.
feel like I should follow his team around. I kind of watch the Raptors sometimes.
Yeah, I completely forgot the Raptors were still around, to be honest with
Did
you.
you ever watch the Grizzlies when they were in Vancouver?
Oh, God, I owned, without ever seeing a single game, I owned Vancouver Grizzlies shirt and 2 hats. Like, Toronto can put any sports team there they want. They've got a fucking soccer team. They're the only Canadian city, I believe, and I actually like watch this on TSN, who could support an NFL team.
Yeah.
If
they-
you never give them an
Yeah.
because
They
when
have
you are from Toronto, they will go watch your game. They will cheer for you, even if you haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1963. And they're one of the loudest towns out there. Obviously, they're not the loudest.
Seattle.
They weren't the last time we were there.
Well, you kicked ass, didn't you?
Touchdown. We won 7-1.
Oh.
I will say, though, man, like,
And didn't it go like we lost 7-1, we won like 6 games in a row, and then we lost 7-1?
I think so.
Nick Kyprios on TSN, he said it best. If Toronto's goalies are not the first or second star of the game, they lose.
Yeah.
Most Canadian cities are having a terrible problem with defense. You need some.
The alumni game was absolutely hilarious because they had the first goalie that they had was, oh, damn it, I can't remember his name, but he was one of the older guys. I mean, he was definitely
Which team?
for the Maple Leafs for the alumni game.
Cujo?
No, it wasn't Cujo. It wasn't
Belfort?
Potvin. No, it wasn't Belfort. We're talking like back in the 60s, you know, or the fucking 70s.
I probably wouldn't even know.
And the dude was still, like, he was known for his crazy acrobatic saves and shit like that.
Like Ozzie Smith acrobatics.
Yeah, but, like, dude, there was one fucking play, man, where he fucking straight up, like, you know, came out and stacked the fucking pads, like, 4 feet out of the fucking crease to make this amazing fucking kick save. And was like
That
all
you
over
just
the-
don't see anymore.
that you just don't see anymore. And I'm like, and the dude was pushing 60 years old, had to be. And I'm like, dear Lord, that guy's gonna be hurting. But the best was Cujo comes out and he's got the fucking Maple Leafs fucking beanie on top of his fucking helmet, on top of the
Didn't
goalie
Bernier
helmet.
wear the same one?
Yeah, he did. And it was funny because they asked Cujo and he's like, it's freezing out here. It's snowing. He's like, that's why I'm wearing the thing. And everybody was mic'd up, which was cool as hell. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it was. I thought it was hilarious just because, you know, they were like talking to Doug Gilmore or fucking, you know, Wendell Clark, you know.
I feel
or
like-
fucking,
Tell me
That's gonna be-
Domi was there.
Domi was there. Yeah. Okay.
Domi's
So
one of my favorites.
now fucking Chris Chelios scores a fucking goal, right?
Yeah.
It's the first fucking goal, and all of a sudden you see him go tearing ass, and he slides onto his stomach, rolls onto his back, arches his uses his
Johnny
head.
Bauer, probably. Sorry.
Fucking puts it, arches his back with his fucking helmet down and starts waving his fucking arms. Gets up, and Domi fucking hip checks him and goes, enough of that. Even though it was a friendly game, he's like, enough of that. Chelios was
favorite-
cracking up.
Ty Domi clip ever
He was a fucking
was this
beast.
fan, like he's in the penalty box, and this Philly fan. And goddamn, I want to go to Philadelphia one day and go to a hockey game there. I don't care who's playing. But I want to go. But this Philly fan's mouthing off, and Domi squirts him a couple times with the water bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy falls into the penalty box. Well,
Yep.
now all of a sudden you are covered by NHL rules, and Domi just
Beats the shit out of him.
blocking him.
Dude, I'll tell you what. There's several people in the NHL that I would never ever want to get stuck in a penalty box with. Ty
Say again,
Domi.
sorry?
I said there are several people in the NHL that I would have never wanted to, as a fan, be stuck in a penalty box with. Ty Domi, Marty McSorley, Bob Probert, and Donald Bruschier.
that McGrattan that Calgary's got,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go anywhere near.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what, though. I remember
I'd be like that with like Prust and Doobie. I wouldn't.
Bob Probert. I don't know if you remember him at all.
Sounds familiar.
You should look up how many like penalty minutes the man had in his career. I think it was just as much as fucking like minutes played. He was the Red Wings enforcer for the longest fucking time. I mean, and it's absolutely fucking hilarious because I remember when NHL, I think it was like 95 came out. His checking was like 99. So his stick handling sucked, but you always made sure, like, I always made sure to, like, trade for him. And I'd trade, like, my best player for him. And everybody's like, why? I'm like, dude, if you keep fucking mashing B, like, it was on the Sega Genesis, I'm like, you keep fucking mashing B? I was like, can you fucking hit the dude? All of a sudden, you see him hit, and the fucking blood just starts pouring out of the fucking guy's head. And they're just laying there, and the arms and the legs are, like, flailing back and forth.
It reminds me so much
Speaking of hockey
when
games.
I had Madden 92.
Dude, with the fucking ambulance. I just throw it over the fucking dude.
My favorite hockey video game is still VHL, the Violent Hockey League.
God, that reminds me of Blades of Steel.
Mine's
Oh
probably
yeah. I played Blades of Steel. Yeah, but no, the VHL was great because you had a goalie and two forwards.
Oh God.
And the whole point was to just kick the shit out of each other. Like, goals almost did not matter.
That's like NFL Blitz. That whole game, dude, that was just
Base
smash.
Wars.
NFL Blitz.
Tell me you guys remember Base Wars with
Yep.
the robots?
Yes. Dude, you know what's funny? Like, you look at some of those games from, like, way back when when you and I were younger, Johnny, and it's like, kids nowadays would be like, what the fuck is this? This is crap, you know?
Even I
Not
look
just
at
that,
kids
but
these days.
they would never be able to release it now.
Oh, God, some of those games just, yeah.
Have you ever watched the banned
Parents, up
Looney
your
Tunes videos?
Oh, what was that?
You ever watch the banned Looney Tunes videos?
Oh, God, yeah, dude. Okay,
Yeah,
let me put it to you this way. I have a collection right now of Disney movies, Disney videos that are banned. And it's all on DVD.
I have the original Little Mermaid
What am I made? Yeah.
VHS.
But here's the fucked up thing, dude. It was even like, this was during like World War II. So it had all the racial fucking, like, it had all the Nazi ones and
Oh,
everything else.
yeah.
There's one,
Donald
it's,
Duck having that Nazi dream.
no, there's one, it's called Coal Black and the Seven Dwarves. And it was like the biggest race, and I'm like, I can't believe Disney fucking put this out. You know, like, now it's like, you can't find it, you know, anywhere. Like,
Walt Disney was a dick.
But it's just, you know, it was with the times and everything else, but it's like, God damn, man, that's some... And it's funny because definitely, like, cartoons from back then, nowadays would never ever get aired. I mean,
Well,
just
Nope.
the simple fucking...
smoking ad.
Yeah,
Well, Hanna-Barbera. Okay.
great
And
stuff.
all the freaking cartoons they own
Mm-hmm.
went throughout their whole back catalog, right? And chopped out any scenes that they thought glorified smoking.
Yep.
And so, like, if you find, like, if it plays on TV today, it's edited.
Yep.
If
Oh,
it-
yeah.
Like, and, like, I understand to a point, but I don't know, man. There's got to be, like, the biggest censorship, American, right? American going back and changing something to try and prove we were never like that
Well, it's like E.T.
was when they changed Huck Finn.
Okay, well, there's...
Or Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
here's another one. E.T., when they fucking came out with, the, like, you know, the 20th anniversary or whatever, they took out all the scenes that had guns in it. I'm like, are you
I know
fucking
that.
kidding me?
Is this
Yeah.
the whole Han shot first thing over again? Because to
I'm
be
not laughing
honest
at
with
that.
you, if
I'm laughing at
it hadn't become an internet thing, I would have never noticed. Because I watched them when I was a kid. I watched them when I was older, and, you know, Buddy shot first. Didn't even clue in. Until somebody said, wait a minute. But, like, you know, like I said, you know, when was, off the top of your head, how old is the Tom Sawyer book? 100 years?
God, yeah, it's gotta be. I mean, that's fucking.
Like, you know what? To make my point, I'm actually going to look it up.
The original, I have it. I know I have it. I just don't know where it is.
1876.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say.
more than 100 years.
Yep.
You know, they're getting mad because in the book he's called Nigger Jim. Well, that's the way it was back then.
Mm-hmm. Actually, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn was 1884, and then there was Tom Sawyer and all that other stuff. Like, you think about it, like, you know, that's how it was back then. Now,
And
no
why
way.
not paint a picture of the way it... Because, I mean, on Martin Luther King Day, they want to paint a picture of the way it was back then and how it is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Give
I
me
mean,
1 second.
you know, I don't know. I'm always one of those guys, you know, don't pretend it didn't happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting all political. But I don't know. That's just the way I feel. Is I think to edit a 100-year-old book is just, well, it's just dumb. But that's just me. Know what I mean?
There we go. Sorry about that. Fucking wind changed direction again.
Now we're getting hit in the back
how
of the
cold
head.
is
Yeah.
it there right now?
Wind chill's pushing it at like 25 degrees.
Yeah, wind chill here is pushing it like 5 below.
But here's the thing, from
What?
all the chemo and bullshit like that I've taken, I get really fucking cold at like the drop of a fucking hat. And it
So now-
sucks.
-2 Celsius is like 25 or something,
Mm-hmm.
30-ish.
30-ish. So it's
Little
actually warmer here than it is in Florida.
Yeah.
I live in Canada.
Yeah, I know.
There's got to be
Yep.
a little freaking humor in there.
And I'm the coldest one out of all of you guys.
Dude, it's funny. Like I said,
On
that
an
man,
island in
it-
New York.
it
Yeah.
becomes like the mass hysteria around here when it gets like this cold out. People freak out.
This actually is, so far, it's been a pretty fucking cold winter. I mean,
Yeah,
we have pretty mild winters, but
like usually we have very mild winters here, and I mean, like last year, dude, honestly, there was maybe one day where it actually hit freezing, but the rest it was in the 50s all fucking winter long, so it wasn't bad. The thing that sucks though is we have that fucking frigid air that comes off the fucking Gulf, and right now with the whole fucking Louisiana fucking all that shit getting hit with that fucking snowstorm bullshit, it's just ripping right across the fucking Gulf, and we get these weird fucking retarded fucking winds that just change direction and at fucking whim. And I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm like, all right, that's a little too cold for my liking. That's why I closed the fucking windows. I'm like, God damn it. Doesn't help I have a fucking fan on high.
I had to laugh because my wife, there's some Facebook group called Meanwhile in Alberta,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a picture of snow, and it said somewhere a white guy is wearing shorts. And the funny thing was, is my wife looked at me and started laughing. I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. She's like, no, you're wearing shorts. I'm like, well, yeah. It's warm out.
See, the funny thing is up north in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
I never owned pants. I never wore pants. Can't stand wearing pants. I'm always wearing shorts. And I remember right before we moved, it was probably like -6 degrees Fahrenheit out. And it just got done we got done having not a blizzard, but it dropped 22 inches of snow. And I'm out there in shorts and a sweatshirt shoveling the fucking snow.
Yeah.
And my neighbor's like, aren't you cold? I'm like, dude, do you see how much snow we have? He's like, yeah. I'm like, after the 5th shovel load, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I'm like, at that point, no, I'm not cold. I'm sweating my ass off. So,
Well, it's like
now-
when we
Right now,
go hunting, right?
this thing says the entire Florida peninsula right now is about 50 degrees.
bull fucking shit, because I'm looking at my thermometer right fucking now, and it is not 50 degrees.
This is what I'm looking at, and I'm looking to find Johnny too.
Yeah, because I'm even looking at the fucking weather bug, and it's like, yeah, it's 50 fucking. It's saying right now that it is 46 degrees, but it's saying it feels like it's 22 degrees.
Yeah, fuck the Caribbean being 80 right now.
Oh, fuck that.
Fuck Australia for being 100 right now.
Oh, God. Dude, there's a picture. It says the United States hates Florida because it was showing all the fucking shitty weather everywhere, and it showed Florida in like 80 degrees.
I saw that one.
I've seen that.
My buddy's like, is that true? I'm like, dude, 90% of the time in February, he's like, yeah, I'm like, it's 80 degrees down here. He's like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, dude, the one year it threw me off, Christmas. I mean, shit, this year at Christmas, it was 80 degrees. And it doesn't feel like Christmas when it's fucking that warm out. I don't care what anybody says. I got so used to having snow on the ground in wintertime, so like Christmas, I'm like, oh yeah, it feels like, it feels like a holiday. Down here, I live in holiday, and it does not feel like a holiday.
Oh yeah, just look at that. Siberia, it's just one giant wave of purple.
I live in the green section.
Yeah, like look at this. Look at this. Siberia. Russia looks like a tie-dye.
Yeah.
Someone did a tie-dye picture on it. It's so cool with like the purple.
That looks comfortable. Oh fuck.
Well, that's why I would keep saying I want to move out to the West Coast, because they get like it almost stays between. On average, it's about 70.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't get too hot, it doesn't get too cold, and because like
you're on the coast.
Yeah, well, we went to Vancouver on our honeymoon. We were talking to a guy who was from Alberta, and he was like, "Yeah, I was here during their snowstorm." He showed up at work. He was the only guy there, and it was 2 inches of snow. And it's Vancouver, so I mean, like, the snow, like, melts when you, like, oh god, it was.
You want to know bad? There was a picture up today of the caption was just like schools closed, highways open, the blizzard of January 2014 in Austin, and
Yep.
the picture just had like little patches of snow all over the place. There wasn't a layer on the ground. It was just like snow up against a couple of trees, and that's it.
Well, I
And
keep
schools
saying-
canceled, work's canceled.
Well, dude,
Nobody-
see,
Well, I was
thing
trying
is,
to
though-
get people from Texas to take me in the other day.
the thing is, though, like, when it fucking snows in Texas, they don't have any of the salt trucks or anything like that. They have to
Fair
get
enough.
They have to get all that shit from Oklahoma. So, like,
Don't they all rock 4x4s out there anyway?
yeah, which is hilarious. And they still can't drive. Dude, all right, I lived in Dallas, like right around where Wiggy lives, and it fucking snowed 3 inches the one fucking time, and they declared a state of emergency and shut everything down. I watched a cop do fucking donuts on a fucking highway because he couldn't control the car, and I'm sitting there in the fucking atypical redneck limousine. It was a Ford F-350 Super Duty turbo diesel, fucking lifted beyond all fucking belief. Fucking king. It had the king cab and the fucking 8-foot bed that had the fucking it had a cap on it, but had seats in the back of it as well. And dude, it was I'm sitting there driving, no problem, and I'm watching this cop fucking fishtail fucking spinning out, and he comes over. He's like, "You think you could pull me out of the ditch?" I'm like, "Sure, dude, no problem." Fucking, and I had a winch on there, dude. Fucking pulled him right the hell out, and I'm like, "Just a heads up." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Ease the gas. Don't fucking mat it for crying out loud." I'm like, "It's 3 inches of snow. You shouldn't be sliding all over the place."
We had a commercial up here for a tire place. I can't remember which one. But the caption said, "Canadian police chase." And this is how we make fun of ourselves too, right? And they show one guy, and he's spinning out in a car, and his buddy's pushing, right, trying to get him out. And then they show the cop car behind him, and one guy's spinning the tires, and the other cop's out there pushing, and they're like 30 feet apart. Cal Tire, my daughter says.
Oh my god.
Even though she's supposed to be playing her own game. Why are you flying in my... Oh, yeah, you're playing on creative.
I'm still... This is really fucking annoying the hell out of me.
I'm trying to convince my daughter that the only real way to play Minecraft is hardcore survival.
That's what my kid does.
I've tried. I make it about like 20 minutes.
Yeah, my son actually does that a lot. He likes playing that.
For me, the only way to play Minecraft is to not play Minecraft.
No, that's more where I'm at. I tried it. Because I suck so bad at Call of Duty, when Minecraft for the Xbox One comes out, I'm going to switch to that just so I can make videos. I'll call the series I Sold Out. But I have no problem with that.
I don't know. Like, honestly, I played Minecraft, I think, usually it was after Southern Comfort, and we would go hop on Minecraft with Wiggy and fucking Tater and all them. And it was usually amusing because Wiggy was usually shit-faced drunk, and he'd say something that he didn't, you know, you're like, oh, wow, like one of them was on my, what the fuck is wrong with this Minecraft edition? And you hear him, he's like, woo-wee, I'm swimming up the cum stream. Because somebody built a giant dick on fucking Tater's server.
I remember that.
And there was, yeah, woo-hoo, I'm swimming up the cum stream. I'm like, what? And he's like, fuck, you're recording, aren't you? I don't know what you're talking about, Wiggy. Oh,
Brazil looks nice. I'm going to move to Brazil.
Have fun speaking Portuguese.
It's still orange. I've been playing around on this fine local weather.
Good luck speaking orange.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing it too. I love how like there's the banding in like the fucking Northwest Territories and Nunavut and everything, and it shifts. It just gets like 40 degrees warmer where you are.
Funny fact. I shouldn't say fact, but the rumor going around in Canada, when they named Nunavut, they put it to a vote, and the top two names was Nunavut, and the other one was Bob.
That sounds about right. That sounds like it'd be booking.
Canada totally would name a new territory Bob. Like that wouldn't even it would get a chuckle out of me. It wouldn't even pop up as there's no way that actually happened. Like if I saw it on
Where do you live, dude? I live in North Bob.
Yeah. Yeah.
I live in Southern Bob.
Yeah. What do you do? I'm a plumber. Does that mean you're a plumb Bob? No, you already.
Does that mean you plumb Bob for a living? Yes,
no,
I
it's just
Bob
about bedtime. Don't piss around.
Oh god.
It's just about bedtime. I said.
All right, guys.
It's just about bedtime.
We're gonna.
What time is it? Yeah, it's like almost 11.
Yeah, it's almost 11. I'm gonna fucking shut this thing down.
What are you talking about? It's only not even 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
You
11 o'clock line. And you know what? I'm still trying to figure out how the hell I'm wide awake.
No, it was great to actually make it to one for a
Yeah, dude, I'm happy we got to fucking get you on there, dude.
Yeah.
I gave up wrestling for this. No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It sucked that Wiggy couldn't stay any longer.
Fridays, but those says when wrestling's on.
Well, it sucks because Wiggy was going to stay longer, and then I guess his wife figured get him out of the house and
just
go see a movie.
Whisk him away to a movie.
I understand. My wife does that too.
But I mean, when you think about it, Wiggy's been trapped in the house ever since the surgery, so
oh, totally.
It'll be good to get him out, and he's looking pretty fucking solid, losing 30 pounds. That's fucking.
Oh yeah. Well, and he looks
healthier.
Happier too.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
That one of the things, actually, let me fucking stop this.